Yeah, so I get +2 from the dragon height. So it's 18, and then I can add +2 with my shield if I change it with a bonus action, and I can also use a reaction with my shielding ring to make it go up by another +3.
All right.
So I could potentially get like 23 AC.
So,
I'll be
well,
resistant.
I'm updating my
Yes, hello.
I'm updating my information on my player information here. So you stay rogue, right? So you're like a rogue 13th level. What's your hit points?
Um, Let me go look it up. I am not on my computer right now. I am just
Gotcha.
on my phone.
Let's see if I can look it up here.
I
Rush,
will pull
thanks
it
for
up.
coming.
Did you?
Thanks for
I think it
I
was
was
like
I was
88
telling
or
them thank
something.
you for rescheduling for me as well.
No problem.
She does
Hey,
say
I'm gonna be a minute. I'll
85.
find it out for you.
85.
Cool. Did you
If
hear
it,
that?
if I'm in
So-
town, I would have my shield be a light shield instead. But if we're out adventuring and like hiking on trails and stuff, going in not safe towns, I would have the regular shield. So I
Uh,
guess normally while we're walking around, depending if we're in town or outside, my AC would be 17 or 18.
Yep, 85.
I need to get some passives, so I need to know what your investigate, insight, and stealth are.
So you said investigate?
Yeah.
Would be well, it would be a 20 because it can't go lower than that. Or no, wait.
like your passive, not your active.
Well, passive and active. Yeah, okay. So passive either way is 20 because it's 10.
10. Okay.
So 10 plus 10 is 20. For investigate, you said stealth. You said
Stealth
Stealth.
is
I
25.
had 19
25.
listed. It's 25 now.
Dang.
Insight?
Uh,
Mm,
that's gonna be nothing. A 10.
10. Used to be a 9.
No wisdom, no proficiency.
Okay. I'll get the other two when they do come around. Alright, so where we last left off, you had ventured out to Nibene, and you were exploring the districts of Nibene, doing some miscellaneous side things that you had to do here.
Now I have questions.
Yeah.
So we're cool with Nibene. Well, at least Taurus is cool with Nibene.
Tolerated. Yeah.
I'm
Tolerated.
whoa. So Taurus is still a naive fool. Let's be clear. And
Right.
he thinks Nibene's a good guy. Just want to out of character to let you guys know that.
Right.
You guys know that. You guys know that he is a sorcerer king, and he is, like you said, tolerated, but not to be trusted. Taurus
Because in the
thinks
grand
he's
scheme of things, it goes from now. I don't know how much my character should know, but it's kind of like the dragon, and then next up is either Hamanu or Nibene as like the next most powerful sorcerer king.
The next most
probably-
powerful
probably-
known sorcerer king.
Yeah, we don't know
Well,
about the other
okay,
ones.
fair. At least in the Tablelands or whatever, right? Well, is the dragon even in the Tablelands?
Not really.
We only know about 3 of the sorcerer kings, right? We know Nibene, Hamanu, and the gold.
Bulba or Bulk.
Oh, but there was the one that got assassinated
And,
in
Abalakra.
the other.
She's
yeah.
dead.
And then there's
Androponis
there's
down in
there's
Belek.
there's the other one that
Yeah, but like we never met
just
those
attack.
ones, right?
No.
we know of them though, don't we?
Yeah.
They are
We
famous
probably
enough
don't.
to know. Yeah.
We probably
another
know
question.
enough about the other ones too. Like some of the known one, leader of
You would have
like
heard
certain
them at
cities
least in taverns and merchants and stuff.
or
At
stories.
least.
Okay,
Yeah.
but another question. So, the Tablelands is kind of like the world to us. But then we have these people who, from Ardraxa that say, oh, we're from way the heck out east, like past the Silt Sea.
Yeah.
We don't even know about that. Like how they might as well be from Mars for us,
All right.
right?
Mysterious
so-
unknown foreigners with a strange look and a strange accent.
They're from a
Was-
galaxy far,
Was that
far
a
away.
question?
Might as well be, right?
Mhm. There's
So-
jungles. There's jungles on
We've-
the 2 moons.
we just traveled farther than anyone else we've known.
Right.
Like we
Going
are
all the way to
world
the-
travelers.
Right. We've gone as far east as is the known world, basically, and then as far west as the known. Well, no, it's not the known world. Well, that's what I'm trying to figure out: is what is known to us, basically.
The
The
Silk Sea is
Tablelands and
inland,
what you've explored
basically,
beyond
right?
it.
Yeah, kind of what we've seen, what we can see on the general map, I guess.
Right.
Besides
right.
Charvas, nothing else is east. That's what I would assume, right?
Was that giant island and the volcano area? Was that on the Tablelands or was that off
Yeah.
the Tablelands?
That's on it.
That's out in the Silt Sea, so it's technically
Yeah.
east of the Tablelands. The Tablelands would be
Oh.
everything
Oh.
west of the Silt Sea and east of the mountains.
It's kind of like out in Nowheresville where nobody really lives. I mean, they don't care about the dwarves of House Mackay, but yeah, okay. And then, but we know as far south as that blasted realm. That's basically just that. What is it called? Endless Waste. I think it was just all
The
dead.
Deadlands.
Yeah, that'd be sort of like the
Deadlands.
fringes, where you know very little about it.
Think
But
about
in terms of climate, it's still the same
Oh yeah.
in terms of like temperature and what have you. It's not like
think
Arctic.
about Lion King, right?
No.
You know how he's like all the
What
light
about that shadowy
touches,
place?
You know? Yeah. We don't go there. Like that's the south, right?
And as
the
far
south is
north, I
Is
mean,
that a
well,
Lion King reference?
nobody does
Yeah.
any trade north. There's just nothing to the north of us, kind of
Well,
thing.
There are a couple of cities.
Yeah.
There are bigger cities too. Up
You've
north.
got Rom and Perpetual Civil War.
Yeah, there's
The Tablelands. After you leave the Tablelands, it's far. It's very far. Like very far to go to the next major cities and like civilizations.
Now, Rom is going to be in civil war because of the assassination of Abalak Ray, right?
Yeah.
Like, there's nothing for us to do to change that. We're not going to be able to pacify Rom and say, "Oh, look, now you're free. Let's all run sing Kumbaya."
Dredge is the other one. You guys have never gone to Dredge. Or if you did,
We
you went to Dredge
we tiptoed
briefly
around
that
it.
one time.
No, we did it. Oh, we passed by Dredge.
I thought it was
Right.
Rom you skipped over and that you actually had
Yeah,
gone
Rom
into
was skipped.
Dredge.
oh, okay.
Dredge.
Can
The
we?
pirates went to Dredge.
As far as tier, so if the elves are pretty much been pushed out, and they're not like going to come back right away, I imagine after what happened with the Erdraxans, there's like no black market in tier now, huh?
Well,
No, there
now that
is.
you've driven the Erdraxans out, that's what was keeping the elves away.
I mean, I guess it'll tiptoe
there-
back in, but
But there is one black market, and it's kind of the one that we introduced to the city.
are you talking about the house?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's not. That's like our private security company. That's like our own little Blackwater company. Like, it's not a black market, really, is it?
Well, they kind of steal stuff around. Things goes missing, and then they resell.
Looking at the map, the Deadlands are so insanely far away. It's like way farther
Yeah.
than you've gone.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, it's like a huge desert.
A
between-
vast emptiness,
Yeah.
no water to be found anywhere. You're going through a very, very tough. You better bring like a whole caravan, and there's no roads either. So whatever monsters are out
Or
there, you got
it
to
would
deal.
be only
Flying-
with the
flying ship.
okay. So we don't have the chalice of ever flowing water anymore, right?
Yeah, we do.
I do.
No, we still do. It just
Yep,
like
still
deactivated
have
for a
it.
while, and then we took our downtime, and then it was fine.
What? That's
Yeah.
how that worked?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just it
They,
was
they
like
all regained their powers over time.
It was
Not
it was for drama. that it looked like they were depowered, but nobody took the 10
Yeah.
minutes to identify the items and find out they were just suppressed and were not, in fact, mundane.
Yeah, so it was all designed so we can aid Taurus even more.
I mean, we didn't have
That
10
sounds
minutes
about
to
right.
wait to do that because the Ravager was gonna respawn in like a
Right,
few
right.
minutes.
Correct.
Okay. So, I guess the last thing. So we're going to Nibene, and our
We're-
objectives are just varied. Like we're just going shopping, or what's going on now?
No.
No.
There's a lot more going on here. Maybe Grimorn can fill you in on his goal.
I would like that.
Yeah,
Is
so
this-
I'm gonna go up north to a place called
Cromlin.
Cromlin, because of that's a while ago we've heard of a rumor of a temple where an ancient hero of the Lord of Flames or something like that perished. And
Okay.
there's a special, I think, a sword that is hiding in this crypt or something like that. So my goal is to go and retrieve that. Now, when
Sounds
we
innocent enough.
yeah, so so I offered because tourists wanted to go out there, and then we got pretty much everybody to join in into that marsh to go for that quick mission. When we got to Nibelheim, we've heard a few rumors. Some of some creatures that are attacking. I think. What is it, the ninja? You might want to go back into that. Some
Creatures are
of
attacking Nibene, you said?
No, they're disrupting the area.
Okay, I will give you the rundown of
Yeah.
the area that I went over a little bit last week. So, let me blow up this map a bit. Flip it around. So this is the
But I
local
think
area.
Yeah, we've heard some of the rumors, but I don't know that we want to go too far into these things because Ninja was explaining that that's kind of what's gonna. We're going to jump right away into the next big mission if we do that.
This place has a lot going on. So you hear the rumors when you get to Nibene. The local rumors say that the Black Spine Mountains are crawling with Gith. Many more Gith than were ever believed to exist, and they're raiding the crap out of this area. Anybody that gets near the Black Spine Mountains is at risk of raids by large bands of Gith that are coming from somewhere beneath the Black Spine Mountain. That is a whole adventure. So if you want to investigate that, that's a quest. Creus is trying to find the sword. The legends say that it was lost at a place out east of Cromlin, and in order to get there, the road kind of disappears, but there's a little trade outpost called Ten Pugs Temple that you've heard of, and you can visit that, and from there you can head over to Cromlin. Many people in this region, they travel on the silt skimmers on this sort of pinkish purple line here. So most of the traffic isn't by road in this area, it's by silt skimmer. So you're going to be crossing a bit of an expanse of desert with no road, at risk of monster attack in order to get where you're going. And also, out here, inside this green circle, this is the Guistanel ruins, and everybody will warn you that if you go to Guistanel, you will die. Nobody comes back from Guistanel. It's a cursed, horrible place. Very few people have ever reported anything about it. Most people have fled in terror and lost many of their companions in the place, so they'll warn you to stay away. It's real dangerous.
The gift thing, is that a separate adventure than what we were about to do, or
The Gith is one adventure, Guisanel is another adventure, and what you're on is a side quest that is in this region.
no? But I was saying the one after the 1 year skip, is that something totally different?
What do you mean?
So you just lined up two different adventures right there, right? But I thought we were going to do a 1 year skip, and then there was another adventure.
Yeah, exactly. But this is the downtime. This is the 1 year skip.
Okay.
Okay.
As far as the 1 year skip goes, um, with our thing, Ninja, is this something that we should just handle like play by post, like literary wise between the two of us type of thing on the side?
Definitely not. No, we're gonna do it live. We're gonna do it during the game. We just haven't gotten to it yet. Like
Okay.
we're already in Nibene, so we're gonna handle this first, just because it makes more sense.
I want to
Okay. That's
hear.
okay.
I want to hear it. I don't
Yeah,
know.
everybody
I
wants to
won't
hear it.
interrupt.
Let's not skip over Orin's story. Right?
Okay.
There's some meat to that too. Okay,
Gotcha. That's cool.
so this is all
I
happening
like to be
during the
entertained.
year of downtime. It's all quick combat and stuff. And so this is just a little side thing, not a major quest. I'm just warning you that there are 2 major quests in the region, so don't dig too deep into those mysteries unless you want to actually be on the quest.
Okay. Well, I would say a threat to Nibene is not super motivating for Orin to address. So, um, I mean, okay, Nibene was the one where there was the lightning zombies, and Nibene was against this wound, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, we went and raided all the Templars in the inner circle of homes and everything else. So I remember that. Um,
Tyr helped them with the reconstruction after their city was badly damaged and people were in need of aid. Food was sent here, and it was good relations. So there's sort of a non-aggression pact between Tyr and Nibene at the moment.
yeah,
And also, Nibene has been prompted to continue his attacks against Gulg, which he has been doing with enthusiasm.
Gulg. What do we? What's? Can you help me with the geopolitics of Gulg? What's Gulg about?
Needs to burn down.
It needs
Uh,
to burn down.
they
Why?
worship the Oba of Gulg as a goddess, a forest goddess. She lives in a big giant magic tree with her gang of tree-dwelling ruffians. She's very powerful. She has ancient magics, and she's got many strong artifacts. She's quite dangerous. The feud between the Oba and Nibene has been going for centuries. They have been at it, competing over this little stretch of forest that you see Nibene Park next to.
Okay.
But one of the reason why I say she has to burn down, like the giant tree in which she lives and where Galg is pretty much needs to burn down is because of how they kidnapped us and they forced us to go naked to fight like the nobles while they were chasing us in the middle of that haunted forest, pretty much that's surrounding
Oh.
the capital. And then later on, like when we fled towards Nibene, if I remember well. And then he sent us on a mission to go and destroy an item that was going to make her much, much more strong. Like give her a lot of additional power. Now, it was kind of a power play out of Nibene because he didn't want her to get more powerful. But at the same time, we want a little bit more of a revenge.
Right.
And also, you know, she did, you know, we got betrayed because earlier on our mission was to deliver an item to her, and when we got there, they completely betrayed us and took all of our gear away.
Yep.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Made us naked.
Yeah,
Of
we
course,
almost we almost died too, I think, during that fight. Like when we
So
were
the Oba has no honor, no nothing.
Well,
I mean, I
she
don't know how
looks
much honor
down.
Nibene has.
She looks down on Tyr. Tyr does not have a sorcerer king, so she doesn't consider Tyr as an actual city-state. She considers it just a bunch of slaves that haven't been conquered yet.
yeah,
But
and the forest around
she-
our tree is quite nasty. It's full of like undead stuff and poisonous things.
But she is a sorcerer king?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright.
So since then, our group has been kind
Hostile
of
We
seeing
picked a
her.
side in that war. We picked a side in Nibene versus Gulg.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, I think it's more like we we've seen Nibene as maybe a potential ally to help us, burn down the giant tree. Because we really don't know how to make that happen because it's a magical ancient creation,
Enemy
I
of my
guess.
enemy is my
Okay,
friend.
for
He has a
for my
plan, but
motivations, as Orin, and maybe this reflects your motivations as well. Some of the other people in the party. Um, Nibene has shown no interest in doing the conquering of Tyr. Just saying, "Hey, Tithian, it's time, heal." Has that kind of stuff happened? I'm gonna be.
well,
Oren is gonna sit down in those council meetings if that's what it takes to gain this information. But
All the diplomacy has been done by this party. So, Nibene has never interacted with King Tithian.
oh wow, okay,
No, no, no. Like
but
we kind of saved Nibene in that giant mission, huh? And we thought about like
smooth.
we
Yeah,
thought we thought at some point that we were maybe going to be able to kill him while he was in that trance, but then we
in
kind of
vulnerable
realized,
state.
yeah, but then we kind of realized as a sorcerer he can probably just erase us from the world. The other thing too
yeah.
is that we were able to get a deal together. So the conflict between the Vel Alliance in Nibene and Nibene stopped being at war against each other.
They have a
Um,
truce.
yeah, we signed a kind of a truce, and then also we sent some
Aid.
resources to
Yeah,
aid Nibene while it was trying to get back, like the city to get back on its feet, because
recover from the
um
zombies.
yeah, it was
Right, right.
yeah.
Okay, there could be some motivation shift with Oren. Like, I don't know. I mean, I I don't want to quite get to the point of swearing fealty to Nibene, but if he's not, if he's as close as we can come from the perspective of someone living in the Dark Sun world of
Oh, did you want to take
a
levels as a
benevolent
warlock?
dictator.
You want to become a Templar of one of the Sorcerer Kings now?
I'm not saying that necessarily, but like, you know, from what I did do a little bit of reading on Wikipedia on Dark Sun stuff just to like get a clue. And I don't know how much of this I should know, but like he doesn't seem like the worst dude. Nibene. I mean, he's not really a human anymore. He's pretty much dragon, as close to dragon as we've seen. You know, he doesn't have a human face. I mean, unless he polymorphs.
Evolved. Evolved. Yeah.
Yeah, but like I don't know. The way I'm hearing this, politically, I'm starting to think, hey, we could go ahead and swear fealty in some kind of non-aggression pact, whatever fashion. Like, hey, you don't mess with us. You don't start, telling us that you have to, like if we did that kind of diplomacy and saying, hey, we can negotiate that pact.
Well,
You
that's
know,
basically
We've
already what you have.
we've
Yeah, we've done that
we,
already.
we're kind of like in an alliance already with him. We're
Yeah.
right?
we're seen as not members of his court, not like
We're
free
allies.
access at any time, but like
Really?
we can
Okay.
request audiences
We're
with him.
we're better as helpful than a thorn in his side. That's what we
Yeah.
are.
And
Yeah.
on the last week
Huh.
when we met with Nibene, one of the reasons I wanted to meet with him was to commission the city of Nibene for being the ones making the hull and the wooden part of the ships, because they're
Because
known
they have the
for
wood.
their, yeah, exactly, and because we had an alliance with them. And then I asked also, give him that vision of the ships as well as I done with the city of Tyr, and have them convince them to build a city port. So between Nimine and Tyr, they can, ship materials and produce and whatsoever, between the two cities.
Yeah.
He also agreed to let one of his brides, who knows how, like one of his intelligent wizard brides, come to the the fort that I'm building, and will help me manage the library and also teach me how to read.
Yeah. Well, from Oren's perspective, this is something that he wants to go ahead and nurture. Um, Oren,
Yeah.
I'm ignoring all the stuff that I read on Dark Sun Wikipedia about King Tithian. Like, Oren still thinks King Tithian is a straight up dude. So,
Yeah, that's good. Don't get into too much spoiler territory with Tithian, because his
right, right,
storyline is tied into a whole bunch of stuff.
yeah. So, uh, I kind of okay. I mean, especially hearing from you guys, like we're kind of cool with this particular Sorcerer King, which is kind of weird to say, but
Mm-hmm.
okay. It's like
Well,
it's like I'm kind of like we're with the Veil Alliance, but not against that one. He's kind of
I'll,
yeah,
chill.
I'll give you
we're
I'll
not
give you a different.
we're not like we're not like blinded to we do know like the amount of powers that they have, and they're
Right.
leaders of cities too. And Nimine, as a city, has been good with trades, and as far as we know, he has been kind of cool with Tyr even after the changes.
Although Nibene still does have slavery.
Yeah, but
Yeah, so we're
it's
kind of like turning a blind eye to that, I guess, kind of thing.
it's part of the entire world, I guess. It's like
Right.
Tyr's really like the exception that we know of only. So
Right.
Um, I was gonna say one more thing. Like Taurus, he kind of doesn't see Nibene as like a god. He sees Nibene as like, that's my buddy Nibene. Let me tell you about my best friend.
Meanwhile, he could just go ahead and like time stop,
Yeah.
power word and everything.
Probably. He thinks he's on par with like Nibene. Like he sees Nibene as his equal,
Yeah.
but he also doesn't understand like the scale of his power because he also thinks that we are on equal with every like King Tithian and stuff. Like we are King Tithian is our peer. He doesn't really. I don't think he would understand the like. He has intelligence, but he doesn't have the wisdom to understand like politics.
well, I'm not so sure King Titian anymore. Like after this last mission, where like he has access, like especially what we've seen, that some of the other sorcerer kings are hiding. What is being hidden in Tyr, and how he seems to be able to like just go into the treasures of the previous sorcerer king and picking up objects and selling them for bidders. Uh, that seems
I
a little
don't know
kind of
how Oren
a
would feel about that actually.
huh?
Yeah, I don't know how Oren feels about that actually.
Yeah, that
Because
seems like
see,
a
Oren,
reckless move.
yeah, Oren is like, so his, Oren is a soldier, but a soldier like a super spy soldier that like became a bit jaded. I'm sure there's an example from movies I can think of, but I can't run off the top of my head. But just basically, wow, I've been burned before, and but then he sees Tyr, and it's like, wow, this is like a magical place. I mean, it's just sunshine and rainbows all over the place here, and it, right, right. So he just really wants Tyr to work because all of his life with Ultaruk, you know, he thought he knew what was going on. Oh yeah, I'm in the military. We're good stuff. And then he's like, oh well, it's not really a military. It's more
Okay.
like a mercenary group.
Okay.
And and then it wasn't exactly oh, king and country. No, it was like wow, Andropolis is kind of a piece of shit. But then also the I mean, there's family upbringing and oh we're doing the right thing. We're the most orderly and organized, bringing peace and some kind of civilization to Athos here. Look at what's going on. But then his little brother got run over by a Wavir merchant cart, and now he still has such hatred for the merchant houses. So, um, and I realize I'm talking about Orin instead of role playing Orin right now. I have a problem with that right now. But but I don't have a whole lot more to say at this point. So I'm just gonna.
All right.
That's the motivations. That's the
Are you
motivations.
guys ready to set off towards Ten Pug's temple?
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, is that what we're doing with this one? Okay.
You'll begin traveling. Have you got all the supplies you're gonna need from Nibene?
I'm okay. Yeah, with what I got.
What is the duration of the voyage, Ten Pokes?
You can
Like
go. You can go like 10 miles a day. So this is what, like 5 days. No, wait.
Wait, 10 miles a day. Hold on, wait a minute. What? 10 miles a day?
Well,
Can't we
actually,
fly?
you can fly. So I don't know. Maybe you can go 30. It'll take you a couple days to
I
get
can
there.
fly. I can fly 45 feet per turn, and 90 if I dash.
Well, I think the limiting factor is the flying carpet, maybe, or no?
Yep, I'm faster than the flying carpet now, bitches.
But how long can you fly?
Ooh.
But the flying carpet doesn't tire,
Forever.
right? Does the flying carpet not tire, right? Or
Correct.
does that doesn't need to?
Infinite stamina.
So,
Yep.
well, then it would be because okay, there's 4 people on the flying carpet. Am I right?
I'm
Who's
on it.
who's in the carpet?
Soul's
Sia?
on it.
Everybody
Sia's
except
not there.
Taurus.
It's gonna be whoever's online right now, I guess.
Oh, okay.
Sia's back with his new wife.
Yeah, they're making babies.
Ring
Oh.
Knight's not here either. So just
Congratulations.
you, Grimorn, and me.
Can we make it after that 1 year? Like he got like triplets and
Triplets. Conjoined twins.
What?
Yeah.
What's happening right now?
Ninja, could I have, before we left here,
Sia's
could I
been
have
productive.
my shielding ring of protection be upgraded to have an enchantment that lets me use it while I'm in my druid wild shape form?
So. Huh.
Because otherwise I
Maybe.
can't use the reaction if it's melded into my body. If that's the case, I might just trade it with Orin, because I think Orin took my +2 AC and saving throw ring.
It's probably alright. I just have to look at it later.
Okay.
It takes time to enchant, right? So you're going to leave it here and have it worked on for a period of time and then come back for
Yeah,
it?
I'm not sure how long the enchantment takes, if that's the case, if I need to leave it behind.
Yeah.
Would it have to be Nibene himself who enchants it?
Oh, no. Just
No, I meant like in tier.
anybody can do it.
Oh, okay. Oh, because it's got just like a ritual. It needs to be just cast every day type of stuff.
For like
Oh,
30 days or something
okay.
like that. However long it is. It does usually take a while. We're skipping a lot of time fast, though, so it'll get done in a reasonable amount of time.
Huh.
Okay, so you set out onto the road. As you're traveling away from Nibene, you're going to encounter a large merchant caravan. The merchant caravan is from House Sham.
Oh, Sham. I don't know them. I forgot.
Are they one of the evil ones?
House Sham.
yeah, it's the one. It's like from Nimine. It was like the group that did not want to help during the zombie apocalypse.
Oh.
House Sham is neutral. They're allied
But
with
they're-
Cromlin, so they're making the trip to Cromlin.
Okay.
Their home city is Nibene, so they're one of the friendlier merchant houses.
But they didn't want to help Nibene, huh? Like during the emergency, during the Zwoon event.
Yeah, maybe they couldn't afford to. Not all the merchant
Huh.
houses are doing as well as you might think.
Okay.
Some of them
Interesting.
are really having trouble and getting crushed by the other houses.
I don't necessarily hold that against them, but okay. Well, interesting. So we come upon them. This is just like we're flying by and we see.
Well, it's the encounter I rolled. So rather than random monsters, you're on a road. You found a large merchant caravan. You can fly by, or you can stop and talk to them if you want.
I suppose we could see what they're carrying. I don't imagine they have a whole lot of amazing things, but if they have what items you want to go see? No, that's going to require me to roll a bunch of stuff up. Forget that. Never mind. Forget I said anything. We fly on by. At
Maybe
least
if
I'm going to fly on by.
how far are we in our travel time? Like when we meet them?
Not very far outside of Nibene.
Ah, forget about it.
Warren,
Yeah.
would you stealth and try to sneak stuff out of their cart?
Not. We have a mission. We're going to fly by.
Okay.
Okay.
You don't stop to parley with the merchants of House
You don't
Shaw.
want to go and steal a bag of wheat?
Okay. Flying on, you spot some animals. Nothing fancy, just some wild creatures roaming around below you. You probably don't pay them any mind. And then you've been traveling for many, many hours. You're maybe halfway, and you can see that the road is about to end. And there's a campsite here, and it's probably a good time to stop and camp for the night.
So camp with them.
No. The merchants, they're way back here. You left them in the dust.
Oh, so the campsite is not someone
Yeah.
else's campsite. You're
It's
saying?
like a stop point.
Oh, understood.
A waypoint at the
Um,
end of the road before it turns into natural desert.
All right.
Is this the part where like in the territory of the Black Spine Mountains where
Oh, not yet. Not yet. You're still on the road.
Can we do a survival check? See if we can find anything around?
All right.
I'll do one too.
You stop to make camp during your rest period. You search around, see if you can find anything.
Yeah, 22.
22 is good. This is a fairly unimpressive area. There's not a whole lot to find, but a
that's the one.
22 is good. So in a barren environment, a 22 is going to get you either 2 rations or 2 gallons of water, your choice.
We'll grab the water
Okay.
and share it with other people.
Yeah.
I get 2 gallons of water for 21.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can someone roll for me? I've got a 15 minimum,
I rolled a 10.
so it's 15.
You find 1 gallon of water or 1 ration.
I was saying I was buying a week's worth of rations. I would top off on my standard order as having a week's worth of rations, so I figured just get the water because we each need a gallon of water, right?
Yeah, every day you're supposed to
Every
drink a
day.
gallon of water.
Taurus takes
So
2.
there we go.
Because he's big. Although he has that magic cup that fills up every day. That meets his
Oh, that's right.
requirements.
I was about to tell you. I got fresh water on tap, baby.
Okay.
Well, if that's the case, if water is no object at this point, is that the
Well,
case?
It only fills up once,
It's
right?
enough for
It's
him
only
to
full
drink.
up once. Yeah.
Is it actually enough for him to drink since he's a half giant? He's
Yeah,
large,
it specifically says it's enough for a large half giant.
specifically large.
Yeah, so 2
Okay.
regular medium-sized creatures could drink from the cup and be fine.
Cool.
Okay,
I
and
still
that's
bring water just in case.
again on a per day basis. You said.
Yeah.
Okay. Well then, yes, we're gonna go find some cactus to suck from.
So, during the rest period, after you've looked around for anything you can scrounge up to eat or drink, do you want to keep watch?
Yes.
I'll take middle watch.
I will.
So is everybody just going to take 1 turn in the watch?
Yeah.
Yep.
Make sure you all have coverage. All right, everybody's watch goes by uneventfully. Nothing happened. Okay.
Nice.
So
Pack up and go.
the next day you continue on your journey. Ooh. Oh, that's wild. All right, as you're about to continue on your journey, something happens. So the Black Spine Mountains are just off to the right here. You see there's dust up ahead. There's signs of a massive battle going on up here. Do you want to investigate, or do you just want to spy on it from a distance?
Yeah. We're Where they
I'm
are,
going to
aren't
want
we?
to quietly go first and hustle up there.
Okay, so you're sneaking forward. What's everyone doing?
I've got a lot of ways to be faster than everybody else, so I'm gonna
Okay.
run up ahead and
Oren, you get a first
hopefully.
good look at the battle. There's a lot of dust being kicked up, but it looks like there's at least 2 or 3 small armies of Gith, and they are fighting with a whole bunch of elves. The elves are killing tons of the Gith, but there's a lot of Gith, and so the elves, they're having a pretty tough time, but they're kind of holding their own for now, and the battle is just going on and on. It's a real grind, and there's Gith dying, and there's elves dying, but it goes back and forth with no clear winner in sight. And they haven't noticed the party yet because they're so intent on killing each other.
Elves. It was elves and Gith.
Right,
Yeah.
elves. Hold on,
Who
elves
would
can
help
even make
elves?
armies. I thought they were just like the little miscreants. The they had no nation. It was just they were ghettoized and everything else.
Elf tribes are nomadic. Think of like the Huns, like Attila
Huh.
the Hun, like just large tribes of nomads that travel across the desert. There can be a bunch of them, and they can be high level. They can be powerful.
Okay. Well, interesting. All right. So, um, huh.
Or,
Well,
or think
the
maybe like
Geth.
the Bedouin tribes of Afghanistan, something like that, where there's a lot of them, but they're out in the desert, and you wouldn't think that there's a ton of them, but they're all out there in these little villages.
Is there a way
Yeah.
to contour them and avoid the conflict?
Well, you're mostly flying. You could just fly on by and hope they don't notice you.
Um, I kind of feel like
Why don't we just help the
okay.
elves?
Yeah,
I have
I'm interested in doing that because the Gith, for our understanding, they're just raiders. They've never been a nation of
We
helping anybody. All they do is just take, take, take. Right?
Yeah,
we
yeah.
killed a whole bunch of them at Grimorn's new fire shrine, and they were completely unreasonable. Not just that it was them, but the whole thing.
Yeah, I feel like we can go ahead and have a scene, or two where we just kind of wade through the Gith army. Um,
Yeah, I like how you said that.
We're
well,
going
I
to
mean,
combat.
I'm envisioning some like 13th War, not 13th Warrior. What's the one? Kingdom of Heaven, maybe.
All right.
Movie scene where we just kind of wade through a bit.
Okay, so the party decides to enter the battle on the side of the elves. Everybody, we're going to figure out what your bonus is going to be for the round of combat.
I
The
would
combat.
like to rage.
Okay, so
Well,
you're +1 for. Or you can do multiple attacks. You can do like 2 attacks and you're going to rage. So that gets you to +3, Joe.
Kill.
fireball.
Fireball level?
4.
4. Morg.
I'll do level 3 call lightning.
All right.
I'll throw a dice every turn at this. I kind of figure, we're not going to be here for super long, but is there generals I can pick out from the army?
The Gith army, it's hard to tell. There are some that are bigger than others, but you can't really figure out.
I'll take the big ones.
Without a roll of some kind, you can't really figure out which is the chieftain because you've never really learned the organization and what the markings of the Gith are to determine a
Yeah.
chief.
Well,
I did.
I would like to try
I did
to
one time.
observe for a moment from, the top of a dune here, looking down upon this battle.
Okay.
I can also go invisible for a bit, but and I get invisible free for first time each day for a long rest.
All right. Give
But
me a perception roll and
can you roll for me? I don't have my table. I'm on my bed.
I've got a roll of an 18, which is very good.
That's 25 then.
Okay. You can
So 25
identify
perception.
the leaders among the Gith. There are Gith that have a certain color of paint on their foreheads that covers their entire face down to about their nose level. And that seems to indicate the leader. The other ones are looking to them for orders.
I would like to kill them.
Yeah. I will say telepathically. So first of all, men, have we decided that we're going to throw in our hat with the elves in this, or we're going to pass on by? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Nah,
Oh?
they're just elves.
He doesn't like the elves.
Okay.
What have elves ever done for you, huh?
Well,
They
he doesn't have to
overcharge.
necessarily.
Well, he's still throwing a spell in there, so. Who wants to make the fateful roll?
Is that all that's it's just Taurus, Grimorn, me, and
Long,
And Morgan.
Long, you're rolling good tonight.
What's the bonus is?
So you're getting 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. A total of 12.
well, either way, Taurus and I are gonna run and throw in our lot.
Assassinate,
If you
assassinate them.
If you want to join, you may
Oh.
at your leisure.
Okay.
But
Do you want?
if
do you
you look
wanna
and
help
see the men with the purple and yellow paint on their faces, they seem to be calling orders and shots here.
The attack by
You
the party surprises the Gith, and they're quickly overwhelmed by the force of your attack. The
Can we cut off
elves,
the head of the snake?
the elves cheer when they see that they're getting reinforcements, and they redouble their efforts to attack. The elves chip in an additional 18 points. Ooh, a crushing victory. Okay, so many of the Gith are defeated, and many more still are driven away. So many of the Gith are trying to flee, and only the core elite, like the veterans and the leaders of this pack, they're the only ones that are holding it together. So I need one more round of combat. What's everybody gonna do?
I would
Um,
rage. Again.
Firebolt.
Firebolt? What level? 2?
It's a cantrip.
We're just gonna say a 1 then.
Yeah.
I'm
Oh,
throwing dice. I'll teleport up to I'll teleport behind a captain and give him a sword to the back.
Okay.
If they start running away, I'll start using my booming maul, and I'll use a booming blade. Or a booming maul.
Okay.
It's been upgraded, so it's a bonus cantrip 2. Anyways, that's the description of it.
I imagine it's just a 1.
Yeah, it's based on the spell level. So 1 is being generous.
Well, just an attack.
It's like it's been upgraded twice.
It's a
because
basic
of
attack.
It is considered a basic attack, which is just +1.
Alright.
Hey, Durant.
I think we're missing one.
Uh,
I got +1, +2,
you-
+3.
I use another level 3 call lightning.
Level 3 call lightning. Okay. Roll it. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. +9 on this roll.
Boom, baby. Oh,
Oh
So-
no, only a 10.
Dead.
Okay.
ooh.
Everybody takes 10 damage.
Ugh,
One
I'm blaming
of
it on Morg.
the Gith is a druid, a shaman of some kind, and he uses a surprising earth magic attack that does 10 damage to everybody.
We got baited into a trap. They fell back and regrouped. Fuck.
So I'm envisioning Taurus and I kind of weaving through, slicing through the rank and file as we head towards the generals, and then all of a
The-
sudden,
The elves,
We got mobbed.
the elves
That time.
fire several volleys of arrows, and they add an additional 12, which still counts as a defeat for the Gith. So the Gith are mopped up by a rain of arrows, and the shaman is the last one. He shields and he puts up a pretty good fight, but he sees that all of his comrades have fallen, and one of you is able to go in and finish him off.
What happened while I
Yeah.
was
Alright,
covering?
that was
A
mine.
lot of backstory and bringing Skywell up to speed on everything, and then finally
let's
moving out.
let us finish
to
the thing.
nothing.
Let's finish the thing real quick.
But
Oh,
Alright,
Ray,
recently,
finish it, finish
that
it.
was
we need
mine.
to. Yes. Hello there, travelers. What brings you here? You decided to have a battle on this? Well, actually, is it evening?
No,
What?
it's probably
Because
s-
we travel at night, don't we?
No.
since this happened
Or
pretty
let's
early
see,
into your travel the second day. It's gonna be like still nightfall, like the sun is going down, like a dusk kind of
There's a
setting.
sunset, over the
Wait.
the dunes here.
Yeah.
So
Wait 1 second. Hold on. I wanted to act out the ending of the battle.
absolutely, yes,
Boring.
please.
Orange.
Boring.
Okay. So there I was. I said, he said we're waiting through the crowd, and we got to the leaders, and the only one left was the shaman. And as I was walking up, intimidating like, because I was getting ready to crush him, he all of a sudden drops, and I'm like, "Oh, Red, that was mine!"
Yeah, I teleport behind him with a sword through the throat.
Like, deeter, deeter, deeter.
Okay, so
I
the
toss-
elves
I toss-
the elves
I
are
toss
happy.
first the gift head
They-
and,
they
and say,
ch-
"Well, you can have it if you want."
The elves cheer. And they're quite happy that the Gith are defeated.
But I assembled our party. We can kind of walk forward amongst the elves and say, "What brings you here? Why are you? Did you seek out these Gith, or are they seeking out you? What?"
We have warred with the Gith for many weeks now. The fighting has been fierce. Their numbers are many. We thank you for your aid. A woman approaches. She seems to be the leader. She introduces herself as Miri Firebow. She is fire singer of her tribe Firebow.
Well, we are glad to.
We like fire too.
That's right. We're glad to be of service, making this area of Athos a safer place to live for elves and Tyrians alike. Well, I don't know where we are. We even closer to Tyr? We're closer to Nibelheim, aren't we?
Oh, you're
Anyway,
real far from Tyr.
Yeah.
Well, the elves are going to chuckle and they're going to say, "Well, it's good that this hunting ground is ours again. We'll give you pass through our territory for lending us aid. Consider yourselves one of the tribe while you're here."
One of us. One of us. One
are the
of
Gith
us.
normally around here?
Do I get a little tattoo or a little? I'm not gonna be so bold to get a kiss from Firebow, but
Well, you've been
No.
introduced. You
we've been
can
introduced.
consider this a contact, Miri Firebow.
Oh,
Yeah,
I want to
we'll
tell her
bow-
about our other friend. If she knows him. I won't say where he's our friend, but I'll say I want to gauge if she knows him. Hold on, I'm pulling up his name. It's in my thing.
What, Gremorn?
Other elf?
No, our other elf friend. Duh.
We have an elf friend?
What?
What?
What
What
is
elf
wrong
friend?
with you guys? Do you guys not have any notes, or am I the only one with notes?
I'm writing the notes right now too. Yeah.
Oh, his name.
Now this is north of Nibelheim, right?
Yes.
Where is that?
We're like 60,
I
70 miles from
I
Nibelheim.
don't have notes because my character's memory is like about as good as my memory. It's 12 intelligence, not a lot of memory.
I know I didn't delete that off my sheet. What? Oh. Anyways, I had the oh, here it is. Oh, I got it. I found it.
All right, got it.
Tormund Silverhand.
No,
Cromlin Silverhand.
doesn't recognize the name.
Silver
Silverhand.
Spring.
Oh, Silver Spring Elves. We hate them.
Oh, okay, okay.
Bunch of
Oh,
merchants. They
no.
spit in disgust. Merchants. They stick around and just like sell things to people instead of raiding. What a bunch of losers.
Wait, so we helped
Hey.
a bunch of raiders. Oh well.
But hey, you
Yeah,
get a
we-
pass
we're-
through their territory. They're not going to raid you because you're friendly.
Well, we killed other raiders.
So it was raiders versus raiders. Yeah. Okay,
So,
well, that's- okay.
She's going to tell you a little bit about the Silt Stalkers. They're a feared and dangerous tribe made up of several clans. There's Clan Firebow, that's her clan. There's Clan Fire Dagger and Clan Fire Sword, and we all worship the flame, and we're very dangerous in these parts. We
I look at Grimoire when she says that.
You'll see that there's no roads out here because they fear the name Silt Stalker, for we are legendary. She's very proud of the dangerousness of the Silt Stalker tribe of elves.
I want to look at Grimoire, and I want to see. I want to ask Chris.
What
What,
in-
what does Grimoire look like when she says they worship fire?
I'm kind of intrigued.
Oh yeah? You've stumbled across a large group of fire worshippers.
Hmm.
Wouldn't it be better if there was a road through here so that people would like want to go through here and then you could ambush them? It's kind of weird to like ambush people in the middle of nowhere.
Oh, you'd be surprised how much business is done out here. They'll tell you there's a large encampment called Ten Pugs. It's a temple you'll find to the northeast. Many travelers, they travel from that point down towards Nibene if they're not traveling on the Silt Road. And sometimes giants will smash their ships apart. And when they're forced to travel, they have to cut through our territory. And a toll must be paid, and they all laugh at the idea of taking a toll from travelers in their realm here.
What kind
I
of
tell her
temple?
I'm a half giant.
What kind of temple is the Tenpuk Temple?
Ah, it's an ancient temple. There are strange statues in front of it. They look like men, but they have the heads of lions and great long tails hanging between their legs. And they're all going to chuckle as some of them say, maybe it's not a tail. You can't really tell from an old weathered statue. So they're making jokes that they're very well endowed statues.
I tell her I'm a half giant.
Are-
So
are
you say
more
that you're all
endowed with
worshippers of the flame.
Ah, yes.
Is there a fire shrine in the area?
Oh, you didn't know there's a fire shrine. It's between Nibene and Gulg.
What, in the forest?
In the forest. Midway between Nibene and Gulg, there's a fire shrine.
No kidding.
Although we keep our own, but we're travelers, so it's not a in-place shrine. It's sort of like, portable shrines and things. Holy symbols and whatnot that we take with us, banners and things.
Any clerics a part of your groups?
Oh yeah, she introduces you to 3 fire clerics in the group.
Oh,
Ah.
she needs love.
Hmm.
With an L.
Have you heard of the fire shrine in Tyr?
They're not big fans of cities, and they haven't heard of it. It's very far from here.
Yeah, it's just outside of the city. You don't even have to step in.
Hmm.
We have many pilgrims, and we've been growing the shrine. We have the eternal flame sitting inside of our temple.
Sounds like rich hunting grounds. Are there many merchant caravans in the deserts and roads outside of Tyr?
Plenty.
Oh.
You're encouraging the
Oren
raiders
is-
to hang out
Oren
outside
raises
Tyr.
an eyebrow.
Time for the crime rate to continue to go up.
Right.
Oh, no.
Oren's eyebrow raises. You know.
What?
If we cause the problem to show up, will the king pay us to get rid of the problem?
King Tithian might need your help.
Yeah, that's more people to sacrifice,
I
would
think
sacrifice
that no, I
fire
wasn't thinking of
worshippers?
having them go towards Tyr. I was thinking of having them go more southeast.
I mean, if they're harassing our city,
Seems like bad
I would
company.
agree to send them away from Tyr, more specifically towards like where we have problem areas, like Alterook.
Right. Exactly.
They can go there, but as long as they
You
if
you
they
have a
want to,
chance to recruit some people.
yeah, exactly.
Okay, while you're with the
Put it in the
Siltstalker
spirit.
elves, you're going to pick up a
Next door.
few rumors. The elves have been discussing a bit of a feud that's going on. They don't like Lubara Fire Dagger. She's a powerful fire druid, and she leads the tribe. But she doesn't lead the tribe. She's the most powerful druid in the tribe, and she contests with their actual leader for sort of total control. She has a lot of influence. And she has been saying that her tribe has disappeared in Gwistenel and has been imploring the other tribes to go into Gwistenel and find them. We think this is a bad idea, and we don't want anything to do with it, which is why we're out here instead.
Well, we're heading there. That is where our mission is sending us.
You seem powerful. If you go to Gwistenel, perhaps you could rescue our tribe mates.
Possibly.
However, the place is cursed, so use caution.
do you know if your companions are still alive in there?
We know nothing. Lubara has told us little, except that they traveled to Gwistenel and have not returned.
And what kind
You
of curse
happen
are
to
we talking
have-
about?
The curse of Gwistenel is terrible. Terrible. It drives people mad.
Do you happen to have any artifacts of your companions that they left here?
No.
Maybe use it to scry on them.
No, unfortunately.
And what was the reason for them to go out there, knowing
Uh.
that it's such a dangerous place?
Lubara keeps many secrets. They don't seem to like her very much. They think she's untrustworthy.
Hmm.
You guys said we're going north of Nibene, right?
Yeah, northeastish.
Can
Yep.
you describe your companions to me? I could still try scrying on them.
Alright, she'll describe several of the elves.
Okay, I'll try to scry
They're
on one
tall,
of them.
and they have pointy ears,
Hmm.
and
That's
they're
tall.
jerks.
So if the character is trying to make a save against me, they have a wisdom saving throw.
You see that
They
image
have a
there?
plus-
Well,
+5.
I am not on the table, but
it's in the
I will
Discord.
put
In Discord.
Discord. I'll check. Okay.
It's on the table, but I put it in Discord too, so you'll have a better idea what's going on.
Yeah, I see now. Yeah, I pulled up a map. I was looking through, and yeah, I see that now.
There's a little more detail on this one. I put in some distances and some routes.
Right.
Couple extra locations, move things around a little bit.
That is helpful.
All right, if there's anything else, we should keep on our way. So we still have a long ways to go.
So the spell to scry on the missing elves is unsuccessful.
I am sorry, but I cannot see your friends. Either they are resisting my spell or they are no longer alive.
They nod solemnly. We had hoped it was not the case, but we had worried it might be. To lose so many in Gwisenel, its legend grows, the horror of the place. If you go there, use the utmost caution.
Get there, we would need to go by Silt Skimmer, yeah?
No, you can
I
travel
tell
by
her, we're
land.
actually trying to stay away from trouble lately.
There's a thin strip of land that runs along sort of a coastline, and you're approaching it. Ten Pug's Temple
So
is
we go to 10 Pugs,
pretty
and
close
then
to it.
Cromlin. Okay,
And then Gwisnell rooms.
right.
Okay, so you arrive at Ten Pug's Temple a little later, after parting with the elves. When you get there, you'll see that there's quite a few people here. Many seem to be merchants from different merchant houses. Others seem to be mercenaries, caravan guards. There's a number of people that just seem to live here. Like they've taken up residence around the temple here, and there's various living quarters. The doors are open. You can see there's people coming and going. There's a couple guards, tough-looking men, with some semblance of armor with decent-looking weapons. Although most people here seem to be regular folk, and you don't see any sign of Templars or any indication that this is controlled by one of the major city-states in any way. It's just a little waypoint out in the middle of almost nowhere, but it's got a little bit of a society built up around it.
I guess we could camp here for the night, have a meal.
Yeah, when you get here, you've still got some hours in the day, but this is too good a campsite. You wouldn't have to worry about monsters attacking while you rest. The people here, they're initially a little bit suspicious when new travelers come along. You'll be greeted by Ten Pug. Ten Pug is a mole gladiator, and he is rippling with muscle on one arm, because he only has one arm. What was that?
Am I like here?
Sure.
Because I was gone for a while.
You fly in on Omen and land. Here you are.
Of course, you think you can arm wrestle him? Look at that arm. That's the biggest arm I've ever seen on a mole.
He's a quiet, gentle mole, and when you meet him, he's working on some arts and crafts. He's a craftsman, and he's constructing various things, blacksmithing and whatnot.
I'm gonna actually. Orin's going to kind of slow back down to the back and just kind of watch Grimorn this whole time and make sure that nothing goes too crazy in Ten Pug's temple here.
When you get here, many people are going to begin asking you questions. Where did you come from? Who did you encounter? Did you have trouble with the elves or the Gith?
I guess we'll see that we did encounter some gifts.
Gith.
Ah, those Gith, we hate them. We've been fighting a war with them. Ten Pug's pretty unhappy. He'll say he detests combat, but he was forced to lead his followers in a great battle against the Gith. They are numerous and dangerous. Somebody has to do something about those Gith. I've been asking travelers, adventurers, mercenaries to see if anybody cares to investigate and deal with this Gith problem, but few men have had an interest in it. There's no profit in it, they say.
Could you tell us of this temple that we're looking at with the giant statues?
Oh, nobody knows anything about it. It's clearly quite ancient. The weathered stone shows centuries, if not millennia, of aging. It looks a bit like Hamanu, doesn't it? The lion head? Some people think it's Hamanu.
But why would there be a statue of Amanu here, so far from Hurk?
Nobody knows. It's been abandoned for some time, though. We've been living in it. We've made a base of it.
Any legends?
Legends of the local area. There was a scholar who said that he found some writing that said that these were lion guards, elite warriors of some kind. And there was a name, Taraskir, but they couldn't identify much, and they knew little, and so the name Taraskir means very little to them.
Anyone with history here?
Worship this statue, or it's just here and then you guys made a home here and that's it?
Oh yeah, we're just occupying this place. We have claimed it as ours.
Can I do a history check?
Sure.
I got a +5. Is there anybody who has better?
History?
Hey, what's up, guys?
Do you have history
What's that?
as a
Got
proficiency?
+4.
I got +5.
Nope, do not have proficiency.
What about tarot? Like ring sight. No.
Check. Hang on, I'm checking. No, it's a 2. Then don't work.
Okay. I'll try it.
I don't have proficiency in it.
Ah, man. 14.
14. You look at the ancient statues, and it's a blank. You know nothing about them.
Okay. It's worth trying. Like we've been into some other super old temples with like there was like signs of like ancient gods and stuff like that, and some of the things that we've seen before.
Ah, good treasures
Oh,
in those
yeah.
temples.
Like, is there anything like maybe that we recognize that are similar,
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I want to look and see if there's any of the symbols that I've seen. Hold on. Let me roll my.
or maybe even like that tapestry that Ringside has been looking for?
Yeah, these are all completely new.
Okay.
Oh, I rolled a 23 history check.
23 history check. All right. You have no definitive proof, but this looks like maybe a temple to the old gods.
Hold on 1 second. Speaking of that, old god. Wait, are we talking? Hold on. I have it written down in my notes. Is this potentially the winged elephant of air, the gargantuan ape of the earth, well of the waters, or the phoenix of the flames?
None of those.
Or all of
Some sort of lion god with no name.
Come on it.
No, Maru's still here though.
We don't know. Ancient gods. Who knows?
Oh,
Maybe
Blue
it's-
Age or
maybe it's
something.
the one that Manu images himself after.
From another age, from another time.
can you copy the? Give me a note on that.
There's
Would
not
you
really
say
any
that?
information.
All right, now I want to get involved.
It's just an unknown lion god.
You say that, and I immediately think,
This is the 10 Pugs Temple.
I want to do
Interesting.
a legend lore on this place.
Sure.
What do I get?
You should use the divination on it.
The legend lore of Ten Pugs Temple. In an ancient time, it had a different name that you recall, but it leaves it like a dream. You don't remember it after you leave the vision. But this was a temple to a lion god that was worshipped by many. But you sense that at some point there was a great separation where all divinity was torn away from this plane of existence. And eventually the last worshipper of this god faded away, and now there is nothing. Just a great eternal silence.
That did not help at all. That told me basically what I already knew. So I at
We don't have
least
to
get
keep
a
going.
name for this guy.
The lion god?
Is there a name besides that?
Nope.
You don't know.
You don't.
It was simply the lion god.
Is there a hin in this city?
No. It's not a city, and there's not
Oh,
really
just
an
like a-
inn, but like the temple itself is just like a hangout spot. It's
Is there
like
like a place? Is there a place where they make good meals and stuff like that?
yeah, that's the temple. The temple is the place.
I'll go to the temple and have a meal.
It's like the local tavern. All the people hang out there. All the places to talk to people, and all the businesses are all inside the temple.
I'll go there and I'll start asking, the travelers and the local people in the inn while I'm having a drink, if they've heard of any rumors going on in the area, except maybe something related to the Git and anything related to the temple we're heading at to.
Okay, so about the Gith, they have some shaman that have some powerful magics that they use in combat, and that's quite dangerous. The other rumor going around is that there was somebody who explored Gistanel and actually came back with some baubles that they were able to sell, and they made a decent amount of money. So some of the more daring treasure hunters have been considering going to Gistanel and seeing if they could find anything.
Uh-oh. My interest just got piqued. I like money.
The person that came back said that the ruins of Gistanel were decorated with the dragons, symbols of dragons.
My
We are not
Uh-oh.
robbing this place.
No, we're going there for one specific item I'm looking for. So yeah,
Yes,
we will mob it
but
in a way.
if this is going to have more of the
Look,
tapestry of what it is to become a sorcerer king,
Oh,
Or more air temple tapestries.
Listen very carefully. Do not disturb anything without incredibly good reason.
What if it has artifacts of the wind? The winged elephant.
That's a
guy.
good reason. But apart, don't.
Oh!
wow.
And it suits you. Got it.
So, there's a bunch of people here. Tenpug's band, based in the ancient temple near the shore of the Silt Sea, just west of the trading village of Cromlin. It's got a bard. There's a popular bard here, and while you're staying and resting and eating and drinking and enjoying the environment and trading stories with people, you're going to meet Jessix the Wanderer. And Jessix the Wanderer is going to approach your group, and he's one of the people that's been asking you a lot of questions about the Gith and the elves. He'll be really interested to hear that you encountered elves. Did you mention that at all, or did you just say Gith?
Boat.
Both. All right. So he's a member of the Sky Singers. The Sky Singers are a different tribe of elves.
But not raiders.
Oh, we met the fire singers, didn't we?
Yeah, the fire bow, the fire.
The fire daggers, fire swords, and the fire bows.
Ah, yes. It's amazing that you survived. The Silt Stalkers are quite dangerous. Raiders, killers, very bad people.
Well, we kind of saved our ass from the git.
We didn't really know that they were necessarily vicious raiders at the time. It seemed that they were more likely to have some bit of civilization than the Gith, and I threw my hat in at that. But
I tell him, I say the enemy of our enemies are our friends.
well,
What?
we did speak to Miri Firebow, the leader of the Firebow tribe.
Well, this area is quite dangerous.
It's our
If you need any help, look to me, Jessix the Wanderer. I travel these areas, I deal with the traders, and I generally look out for people in this wild territory. So if you should need some aid, me and my fellows, I travel with some friends. You can count on us to protect the area around here. If you get into any scraps and you need some assistance, you can call on us.
Really? Well,
Yeah.
that
They're very protective of the travelers here. The merchants, they don't like the Silt Stalker elves. They're opposed to them.
I
I
think
tell
we
them
should be
that-
fine on our own.
Tell me more about you guys, actually.
yeah, that's quite interesting to hear. I want to buy him a drink. I don't know. I'll drop a gold point off this. Hold on, let me
Well,
mark
hang
this
on.
off.
Let's do a. You have to do a fundamental check first. How racist would you say you are?
Oh my gosh.
He doesn't know how to answer that. He notices the bard is looking at him, glaring even, and he looks embarrassed and says, "I have to go," and he begins to move towards the door. Just then, Jesserine the bard, she begins singing a song. She plays her instrument beautifully, and she begins singing this song, and this is how it goes. In the ruins of old Guistanel, where the caller in darkness is said to dwell, fair Slanicia met her bitter end, and Jessix, you were her closest friend. But Jessix, oh Jessix, why did you let her die? You could have saved her, but you didn't even try. You may think you're innocent, but though I lack the proof, you're guilty of her death, and that's the bitter truth. But Jessix, oh Jessix, why did you let her die? You could have saved her, but you didn't even try. Jessix, you're a bloody coward. You left her on its teeth impaled. You should have stayed to fight and die, and in this duty you have failed. And she points accusingly at him as he sort of hunches his shoulders and sneaks out the door to go outside. Many people in the crowd...
Medieval rap battle.
Many people in the crowd jeer at him for being such a coward.
Doesn't sound like
Gonna
he's so
follow this
much of
guy
an
out.
help. Doesn't sound like he's that much of an help.
All right, you follow him out. He goes outside and
yeah.
he's meeting up with his 5 friends, and they're talking about heading back out into the desert.
Can I ask
People I've
the...
met today, you have proven yourself the most interesting one.
Right.
Can we approach the bard?
Yeah, if you want to go talk to the bard, you can.
Yeah. I ask the bard if she knows anything more of the ruins and the so-called curses that are there.
The
Maybe
curse.
of what is hiding or the story of the ruins.
We call it the caller
I'd like
in
to-
darkness.
I'd like to insight check the bard.
Yeah?
On that song.
Okay.
If it's truth or not.
Well,
First of
he
all.
already seems to be pretty sheepish about it.
Well,
So, I mean, just based on
he's
context
being
clues of what Ninja
humiliated,
said,
but-
he wanted to leave right away, and he kind of started slinking out immediately as she started singing it. You know,
I mean, would you want to be around somebody who's singing shit about you?
right. That was a total diss track.
Like, true or not, like.
Just saying, I might have a decent. Oh no, I got a 9.
A
I
9.
got a 9. I believe her. I believe her. I believe her. Whatever she says. Is she pretty?
She's very,
why.
very charismatic.
Oh, that's why.
Or so are you gonna fall for someone else other than your wife?
Yeah. Already.
Whoa!
Believe anything
whoa,
you
whoa,
say if you're
hey!
conventionally
She got
attractive.
boring real quick.
I've got hoes. I've got hoes.
No, but the fact that he was willing to just go ahead and defend us, having just met us, that's something you don't see in Athos every day.
I say that he probably was out to get something for helping us.
Yeah, I have
Oh?
no trust in strangers like that, and I don't think that we don't really need any help.
I'm not saying we need help either, but that's the kind of character you don't meet every day. As Ringsight said, I'm highly interested in this person now.
They don't exist.
In this
Okay,
world, people that wants to help so freely, there's always another reason behind.
Yeah,
I
they're
tell
like
I tell the girl.
charlatans that go around offering help and then betray people.
Yeah, we've seen that too often.
I tell the bard girl, about the fort that I'm building, and that once we're done, building this fort, that we will have taverns there, and then we would love to showcase her talents if she happens to be traveling by it.
I don't want to talk to her ever again. I'm not really cool with her. She can kick rocks. I want to talk to Jessix,
Okay.
and Jessix is invited to my ranch or whatever. I don't. No, forget her. Jessix though. I'm dropping a gold on, I don't know. I'm gonna go get him a burger. Not a burger, but whatever delicacy there is. There's probably some kind of sweetmeats or baklava or some kind of interesting honey dish. Maybe I can imagine.
Well, there's a vendor on the street that's selling some delicious Zatal, spicy Zatal. It's sort of like a lizard thing.
Perfect. I go pick up a few of those, some for me and for his comrades, and I'm willing to grease this with coin. And I'm gonna go say, okay, it seems like this is a sore point for you, my new friend, but what was she talking about? What is your side of that story?
I don't want to talk about it. I try to live my life and atone for the past and what's happened. But I really don't want to dwell on it. It's too painful.
Look, sir, um, I'm sure you don't want to dwell on it, but do know that it seems my countrymen and I are headed towards. Oh gosh, how do I pronounce this again?
Guisanel?
Guisanel. We're headed to Guisanel.
He'll grab you by the collar and say, "Don't go there. It'll be your death. I'm telling you, you have to stay away."
All that you can do. You cannot stop us. Unfortunately, our sights are set. But what you can do is offer your counsel.
If you insist
will be our
on
death.
going to Guisanel, I will follow you. I can lead you through the tar pits safely.
Well, that is welcome. But
But I'm telling you, you should not do this. This is death. Do not go to Guisanel. I can only take you so far. Even I won't go into the place. Foul, accursed place that it is.
I'm gonna tell this guy a story.
Oh, yeah?
The story of when we went into a crypt and then befriended the skeleton guards.
Here's the zombie ghoul ones.
The Raig
oh yeah,
of the winged elephant god. Former priest. He had many zombies. So, Jessex says that him and his loyal men will follow you east towards Cromlin and further if you're headed to Guisanel. We don't know much, but we know it's a place to be avoided. But the terrain is deadly. If you go there without a ranger, you'll be in trouble.
If we're flying, can we avoid a lot?
I don't know. I've never tried it.
actually, yeah. So we might not need necessarily his help with that, I suppose. But we don't mind comrades on a journey. You know, the more the merrier. As long as you can pack your own food. I don't have that much more extra space in my pack for that.
They laugh when
But-
you say that. As if an elf needs food. The elf lives off the land in the desert, as they always have for centuries.
Mm. Well, I'll tip my hat to that, or my little turban, whatever I got going on here. Actually, I have a helmet, I suppose. Maybe.
If I need food, I'll use my trusty bow. If I need water, he does a little psionic cantrip in order to detect where the nearest water source is. He just points at it right there.
Okay. I don't have a whole lot of wiles with this. I'm gonna just go ahead and be my blunt self. But what happened?
He's not talkative, and he refuses to elaborate.
Essex, but to his comrades too, and
Oh,
say,
okay. You pull one of his friends aside and ask quietly what the deal is?
I'm not going to know which one to pull aside. I'm just going to go ahead and say, what happened in Guistanel? What is there for us to know, to be wary of, when we finally arrive at our destination?
Let's see here.
Specifically about his comrades that died, just like what dangers lurk inside.
Exactly.
They will tell you that they were present when the caller turned Slanasia against them, and they believe that Jessex did everything he could to prevent her death. So they'll tell you that The color in darkness drives people mad. It turns them against their friends, makes them violent,
The color and darkness.
draws them into the ruins, into Guisanel, where they're never heard from again.
Can you describe this effect, the color and darkness?
Yeah, I want to. If this is the sound. If I plug my ears, will it help?
They shrug. I don't think it's a sound. I think it's psionic,
The mind. Yes.
telepathic. If you're anywhere near the ruins, it seems to be able to touch your mind. You'll begin going mad if you get within a certain distance, and they'll show on a map and they'll mark it with a green circle.
Well, I guess we'll
Well,
have to
that is
attempt.
useful.
We'll have to try it anyways.
You have already helped us. I'm going to give a raised eyebrow to Grimorn and say, "This is still worth it."
Absolutely.
Shrug.
Ancient item from the war.
Well,
the
what do you
Lord of
mean?
Flames.
The friends, the loyal friends of Jessix, they're going to explain that Jesserine the Bard is Slanasia's sister, and she holds a deep, resentful grudge against Jessix for not saving her sister. So she's an emotional woman. She doesn't know what she's talking about. She doesn't believe us when we tell her that he could do nothing to save her sister, that she had gone mad, she had attempted to kill us, and she fled into Guistanel where we could not follow.
I wonder, what if I could if I could capture her and bring her from Guistanel, if there would be a way to save her.
Well, that would
wait,
certainly
hang
restore
on.
Jessic's
Look up.
honor.
Are we still at the temple?
Wait,
Yeah.
stop. So she's not dead, she's just brainwashed.
Well, the
And
last
trapped
thing they know
somewhere.
is she attacked them and then fled into Guistanel.
Right.
She's been possessed.
Okay. Hey, how much copper does he have on him?
What?
What? How do you? How are you gonna know that?
In terms of money or in terms of like wearing?
He's got some copper arrowheads.
Money, and I'm asking so I can...
Oh, we wouldn't use copper
rock.
for money. We use ceramic pieces for money.
Yeah.
Ceramic pieces is what I mean. So I can... I'm asking because I can see her face.
You think a coin in his coin purse is going to relate to this missing woman? It didn't happen very
No.
recently. This has been an ongoing situation for months, probably.
Oh,
I just need
months.
I just need some recompense so I can afford to cast it.
How much?
Like 25 ceramic pieces.
What'll it do?
I'll be able to check if she's like still in there and what's possessing her and get some details. Or if she's alive.
You're a rich man. Why do you need this money?
Because I have big plans and I'm not getting any younger.
All right. Well,
Taurus.
That is true. You've been quite wrinkly lately, especially after this adventure with Taurus.
Wrinkly. That's a great.
he
Adjective.
rolls a pretty low insight on you, so he is going to hand over some money and say, "Tell me what you know, mentalist. What do you see in your visions?"
Divination spell activates.
Okay.
Wait, not divination, the other one. The one lets me ask 3 questions.
Legend lore?
No, what Legend Lore is just get some vague prophecy BS.
Come
Legend
on,
lore is the
now.
one that says, name or describe a person, place, or object. The spell brings to your mind a brief summary of the significant lore about the thing you named. What's the other one? You got your character sheet, right?
Seeing it, it's just I'm not finding the commune. That was the one I wanted. Commune.
Okay. You wish to cast Commune. So what's your question?
Is she still alive?
No. The answer is no.
Oh. I regret to inform you. Just tell him that immediately.
Okay, well, he nods solemnly and says, "Thanks for checking. I had a feeling. Nobody comes back from Guisanil alive. The color in darkness kills everyone. That's why I tell everyone, stay away from that cursed place. It'll swallow you up too, just as soon as it'll swallow up my
How did-
precious Selenasia."
When
Any
you
way to
commune,
save her at all?
can we ask how she
Wait,
died?
No. Well, no. It's a yes or no question.
It says you can ask up to 3 questions. It has to be yes or no questions.
Is there any way to save her?
Yes.
Curious. Wait.
How about the object of our search? Is that there?
No.
I didn't ask that question. Well, I mean, I was gonna ask which object specifically.
The flaming sword thing.
All right. Well, that's my lot. That's all the questions.
All right. Your connection to the
So
divine
sh-
disappears. Your
So
questions
she's
have been
dead,
answered.
but curiously, she's not beyond saving. Although, grant I didn't ask the question that well. It could be that, yeah, sure, if you got a spare true resurrection lying around.
Yeah, that's basically it. It goes a little deeper than that, though.
Yeah. Well, she's not completely damned. So there's that.
It's significantly harder than just doing that, though. Okay, so the hospitality of Tenpug and his band, and also of the handful of
Jessic's band.
Sky Singer elves that are friendly to the travelers. They're going to
Oh,
hang out here
so
for a while.
Is Jessic's band entirely elves?
Yeah, they're all elves.
Okay.
6
Know
elves.
more about. I want to know more about these sky singers.
Oh, well, the Sky Singers, there's 3 clans: the Day Jumpers, the Dawn Chasers, and the Twilight Catchers. Jessix used to be of the Twilight Catchers band, but he gave up his name to become a wanderer. Now he is Jessix the Wanderer.
Interest you in the holy elephant?
The what? They've never heard
The
of it.
winged elephant. I called it the holy elephant because my mind drifted.
We've never seen a winged elephant before.
Yes, his god, like a proper one.
One of the elves is going to say, "I saw him." And everybody looks at that
Wait,
elf.
what?
A proper one? What do you mean by a proper god?
Yeah, a winged elephant. It was flying through the sky. It had great big ears, stretching out to either side. Crackling lightning and storms all around it. Big long tail, right? That's what an elephant is, right?
Completely focused on him at this point. Where did you see this?
He just described a cloud ray.
For frick's sake.
You're being fooled again.
I'll walk off into a corner for a bit. I'm being made a fool. I'm gonna go. Just. Eh.
All right, so the next day comes around. Do you guys want to head towards Cromlin?
Yeah.
All
Yeah, I
right.
think it's time.
Heading towards Cromlin. Put away the 10-pug board. Early in the morning, when you leave Cromlin, or not, when you leave 10-pug's temple early in the morning, you're going to encounter some travelers, and these are merchants from Cromlin that are coming to 10-pug's temple, and from here they're headed towards Nibene. So they haven't got much interesting going on. So you travel throughout the day, and in the late afternoon you encounter a handful of wild kanks And one of them in particular is just overflowing with nectar globules. So if anybody wanted to harvest a couple nectar globules, you could grab them.
Yeah, we'll guess that.
Of course.
That's a
Drink
portion of our food and water, no?
Yeah, yeah.
I can do so expertly.
All right. So that was the encounter for
Okay.
the day. And
We'll-
before
we'll let
nightfall, you arrive in Cromlin.
We'll let you play with the kank titties there.
Cromlin is a trading village established by House Sham on the Sea of Silt. There's a great deal of trade that goes on in this bustling town, but you'll notice that the people here are quite shady. This is a town of thieves, a haven for scoundrels, a gathering place for restless souls. So when you walk into town, while it's not unusual for travelers to show up from outside, everybody will eye you with a certain amount of suspicion. This is sort of a low-trust town. Everybody's keeping their hand on their coin purse, and you'll notice a few dexterous-looking people with growling bellies moving around throughout the crowd looking for any unwary folks. But most
gonna do
people
this-
in this town keep an eye on their money.
Yeah, I'm gonna do the same thing.
Wander off
Keep an eye
and
on my
pretend to
possession.
not be paying attention.
Oh, yeah? You want some criminals to come after you?
Yes, I have a plan.
Various pickpockets converge on your friend Taro.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep an eye on my stuff.
Ringside is surrounded by tiny pickpockets.
Yeah,
They
I wanna
all hold
follow-
out a hand and say, "Hey, mister, you got any change?"
Detect
Nah.
thoughts, a lot of them.
In
Get
their
away.
head, they are thinking, "Hey, mister, got any change? And I want candy. Give me your money."
That was
Like
delightful.
the accent.
Okay, but seriously now, are they just like starving to death and they need the money, or are they greedy little dirtbags?
They are greedy little dirtbags. They're a gang of little pickpockets, and they're just trying to get money out of anybody they can. But most of the townsfolk know not to give them anything.
I'm
Are
very
they children or
disappointed.
just like little halfling people?
Oh, they're just kids. It's just
Oh.
the children of various pirates and thieves in this shady little town, and all of them are somewhat chaotic and in alignment. They're just out to steal things and cause trouble. A bunch of little ruffians.
Inspired. Okay. I take out my shiny winged elephant idol and proceed to summon the air elemental to troll them about for a while.
All right, they're very excited. They don't see a whole lot of elementals. They don't see a whole lot of powerful scions.
Oh, maybe I should do the same thing with this gem and let that big elemental go around and do his
You're
thing.
going to burn down the fucking children.
It's not quite the same.
Yeah.
As you walk around Cromlin, you'll notice there are various traders, hawkers shouting that they have wares for sale, but if you actually ask the price of anything, you'll find that they are wildly inflated prices, like 10 times what you'd expect to pay in tier.
Well, that's going to be a hard pack, except for everything but rations.
Right?
I'm guessing we also have to pay for water as well.
Yeah, if you want to stock up on water, it's, 2 ceramic pieces a gallon, I think? Well, times 10, so 20 ceramic pieces.
Because normally it'd be a bit, right?
Normally it would be 2.
Two
So it's-
bits.
So it's inflated to 20. 20 ceramic pieces. Water is expensive because you live in a desert. Water is rare.
Right.
Become the priest of the swimming elephant.
It says here the people living in Cromlin are a strange mix of exiles and folk too untamable to live under the dominion of the sorcerer kings. Cromlinites dress much like the other people of the Tyr region, though they have developed one habit peculiar to Cromlin. To protect themselves from the thick, choking dust of the nearby Silt Sea, the locals always wear scarves over their noses and mouths. To remove a scarf while outside is a sign that you have been grievously insulted. To apologize, the offending party is expected to remove his scarf and give it to the insulted party. So there's like a weird little little social exchange that you'll notice between people here in town.
Quietly scan people from hiding, looking for like a relatively noble soul around here.
No, you're not going to find that in Cromlin.
Alright, at least a soul that's like, I just want to not be dead, rather than stealing all of my money.
Yeah, there's some people here that are just regular laborers. They're unlikely to
I'm looking
rob you
for
or hurt
good-
you.
I'm looking for good-hearted scoundrels, not frickin' thugs.
Just regular neutral laborers. That's about as good as it gets around here.
Well, frick. This is a bust immediately.
Not so much. So they've resisted the pull of Sorcerer Kings to, take control of them. In Cromlin, they don't have masters here.
It's a free city.
Huh.
It's basically run by the merchant house.
Oh, well,
So
I guess as one might expect, I suppose. But still,
let's see. Do I have the map of Cromlin here?
it's I guess there's not anything. I mean, the closest would be what, Nibene or Ram across the Silt Sea.
Right.
Huh. Well, that's kind of interesting. Now, Cromlin's pretty small, huh?
Very. It's a village.
Right. Okay. Not so much even worth people's notice, I suppose.
It's small enough that it stays below the radar of the Sorcerer Kings. They don't pay it much mind. There's nothing here to really do. It's just a stopping
there's
point
enough-
for a merchant house. And the merchant houses are tolerated in all the Sorcerer Kings' terrains in their territories.
But the Gith have been raiding Cromlin badly, or no?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the Gith have been a real problem. But House Sham employs many guards. There's plenty of mercenaries here. So they've been able to fend off the raids of the Silt Raiders, or the Silt Stalker elves, and also of the Black Spine Mountain Gith.
Okay. Huh. Okay. Well, I'm gonna put that in my little pocket here, my notes.
All right, so there's several areas in Cromlin. You have the Silt Piers, House Sham's Pier, the Sham Warehouse, House McKay's Pier. There's a bunch of homes. There's the Dirty Lizard Inn. There's a marketplace. There's a lodge. There's a barracks for soldiers, and there's a shack.
Is there a place to stay for the night? A safest place?
Let's see. Would that be the lodge?
I'll go to the lodge.
Yeah, maybe not. I think that's for the merchant houses. There was an inn at Lizard Place. The Dirty Lizard. This large tavern is Cromlin's center of entertainment. The Silt pirate Jack Sot Han decided to go into a safer line of work after losing his right eye in a raid. He opened the Dirty Lizard, but it wasn't a good choice. Fights and drunken arguments break out constantly, and the skimmers who frequent the place are quick to test the abilities of newcomers. So basically, as soon as you walk in, there's a bar brawl already in progress. There are 40 skimmers,
slow
merchants,
smile
thieves.
creeps across Orin's face.
Wow, this place is rowdy. There are 40 skimmers, merchants, thieves, con artists, or free citizens on hand drinking the thick fermented cank honey mead the Dirty Lizard is known for. And when you enter, everybody in the group is gawked at, loudly insulted, and even pushed around, although probably not tourists. What a rowdy bunch. So a bunch of drunks just get in your face immediately, and they're like, oh, you're a strange-looking one, huh? Where are you from, huh? That's a funny accent.
Your mother.
Yeah, we're gonna throw it back.
Start a bar
but,
fight?
Do you wish
I'm
to
gonna go ahead
participate in
and
the
go
bar fight?
around-
I think I'm just not gonna put any patience towards this. I'm just gonna drop a control winds.
Just create a storm in the middle of the bar.
I thought you'd do your favorite calm emotions.
All right, it gets real windy in
You know
here.
what? That's a better idea. Wait, no, that's a better idea. He just brought that up. I have the perfect spell for this. Who is the most angry-looking person in this bar?
There's like a real big, fat-looking pirate with too many piercings, and he's very drunk, and he's just swinging wildly on 3 other smaller men.
All of them.
All right, you calm their emotions. They throw their arms
Saving
over.
throw.
They throw their arms over each other's shoulders and begin singing a drunken pirate song.
Perfect.
Save people.
I was
Sea
about to follow
shanties.
these fuckers.
I mean, they were already pals. They just like to fight, so they calmed down and went back to drinking and singing.
I will not conveniently drop. I save some money. I might as well. 10 ceramic pieces on the ground. Oop.
All right. Several little pickpockets snatch up the coins and run off.
There we go. That should sate everyone for a bit.
I'm surprised Joe hasn't chimed in. You sleeping there, Joe?
Hey, Joe, a giant angry pirate threatened you. What do you do?
Earth to Joe? Ah, we lost him.
Okay. I'll
I'm here.
defend. I'll defend Taurus's honor there.
No, wait, he's here. He came back. He awakened.
I've been listening. I just
We have diplomacy this though. We want to start the fight back up again.
I'll follow the lead.
I just figured this would be something that Joe would take an interest in. But they've been calmed down, so the bar fight ends. It says here they don't have a whole lot of information. So they tell you many a story, although their stories are usually like, I was on the silt skimmer and a shark came up and bit me leg off. So yeah, not terribly interesting.
I'll start telling stories about, what we've done and where we've gone, across the road of fire and to Charvas and beyond.
Yeah, they're happy to hear you've done a bit of sailing on the Silt Sea yourselves. A fellow sailor.
We've took
Time you
over
made
a
an
pirate
entire
ship before.
fire drake disappear.
Yeah. Oh, it's dangerous out there on the Silt Seas. You never know what you'll encounter.
No,
We don't
I'm
talk about the
specific-
fact that we weren't. Well, I guess we were kind of sailors with the
I'm
the
very
dwarves.
loudly announcing that he made an entire fire drake disappear.
That is an impressive feat there. So the local rumors are to avoid the flake drifts, and if you travel east, worry about running adrift on ruins. So apparently the flake drifts are very dangerous for sailors, and the Guistanel region in the Silt Sea, there's a bunch of ruins that your silt skimmer could run aground upon and take damage and get stuck in the Guistanel ruins. So that tells you that Guistanel extends from the shore all the way out into the Silt Sea.
That is interesting. Another thing that's interesting just for Orin is I'm gonna buy a round of the mead, and I'm kind of interested in finding out how it's made.
No, it's just fermented. It's pretty simple. There's not much to it.
Okay.
You take the Kank globule and you just you keep it in these certain conditions. You throw in a few spices, and after a certain amount of time, it has fermented into this delicious drink.
Yeah. So basically, I'll ask, what kind of spices he uses, and
Yeah.
I might even go ahead and do some espionage to find out what actually he puts in it. But I'm gonna want to recreate this out west.
All right. Sounds good. Oh, I was wrong here. It says they're selling water for 1 silver piece.
Silver piece. Golly.
Well,
A silver a gallon.
I said it was 20 ceramic pieces, so a silver piece is technically half of what I thought it cost. Because it's like 10 ceramics.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
So, not
but
quite
still,
as
that's a lot.
expensive. Yeah, it's pricey.
It's still a lot. Okay, so we're all taking this off of our character sheets, all the money.
Yeah, anybody that's buying water, pay that price.
Which should be all of us. Well, except for Joe, I suppose.
Yeah, he's got his cup. His cup runneth over. So while you're here in town, you're going to notice that there are many tough-looking soldiers on House Sham's payroll. They look tougher than usual, but they've had to contest with a lot of dangerous sorts out here. So these are like 6th level adventurers. They're fairly tough.
Okay.
Whereas like most city guards would be 4th level, so these are like real veterans.
I rolled a 12 for diplomacy and trying to get the just ask around about what spices are in it, see if I can figure it out myself.
Okay. Yeah, they give you the recipe. You don't have to twist his arm too much. He's happy to talk to another person that's interested in kanks and kank globules and the various edibles you can concoct from them, since that's been his line of work and interest for a while.
Okay. Well, cool. All right. Well, maybe we'll just, do business and things like that. I'll send him kanks his way, and he can go ahead and keep on growing his business.
Growing his globules.
Growing his globs. Okay, so, we calm down the bar fight. We start singing some sea shanties. We tell some stories. We have a couple rounds of kank mead.
So,
are we gonna go ahead? We're
there's a person in the bar, and they're going to shout at everybody in the bar. Pask has requested a powerful band of adventurers to meet him at his shack and speak with him of an important and urgent adventure. It would be quite profitable. Please seek out Pask at Pask's shack. Thank you. And then he walks out the door.
Where is Pask's shack?
It's the shack I mentioned when you walked into town. You spotted it.
Yeah.
Okay. So we I don't know. Maybe we'll do that in the morning.
That was the equivalent of a help wanted ad or a
right
or a quest posted on a board, but nobody can read in Dark Suns. They have a dude who actually walks into the room and shouts it periodically.
Like a herald, but
yep.
Yeah.
Town crier.
Town crier. So I kind of want to finish partying the rest of the night here at the Lizard.
Cromlin now?
Yeah, you're in Cromlin.
Yeah. We can go ahead and see him in the morning, or should we go right now? Is anybody else leaving right away? Oh, fine.
In the tavern?
So you want to leave immediately, don't you?
I mean, the request said urgent, so.
All right,
yeah.
we'll go tonight.
All right, you go to the dilapidated shack of Pask. You meet Pask, and he is a dwarven warrior. And he says, "Oh, you look quite powerful. Let me tell you a story. Me and me crew, we plundered the silt shores in the silt skimmer called the Silt Slicer. And then one day disaster struck. The caller in darkness urged my first mate to kill the rest of the crew. And while they slept, their throats were slit, and they were all killed. I awoke just in time to save myself. Though me first mate, the mad bastard, leapt overboard in an attempt to reach Guistenel. Surely he died in the silt."
I imagine so.
I'm desperate to get me revenge. I want to kill the bastard, the caller in darkness. I need a powerful group of adventurers to aid me in the task. It's me life's work. I can't do nothing else but seek out the revenge that I'm owed. Could you help an old dwarf?
Are you gonna turn into a spirit thing if you don't? A banshee?
I'm doomed to become a banshee if I don't accomplish me task. I'll kill the caller in darkness if it's me dying act.
Well, it just might. But it seems like our tasks align. Well, what are you offering? What? Your ship?
Pask hints that he has a map of the walls of Guistenel, and he'll tell you that the beached silt skimmer could be repaired.
The beach silt skimmer is at Guistenel, right?
Yes.
So when he lost all his crew, he couldn't control it. It got beached. But he's offering, if we help him in his task to slay the caller, that we can have his old ship.
And having your own silt skimmer could be a good thing. You could crew it. You could have it go around as doing a trade route thing between different cities.
That is interesting.
You could even use it for free passage whenever you're in the area.
Huh.
Is he giving us the map of Guistenel up front?
He will not. He keeps it close to the chest, and he won't reveal it to anybody.
What? With the walls of Guisenel, this is how we would get in?
Ah, yes. If you're going to Guisenel, having a map, it will certainly help you navigate the maze-like structure of the place.
How do you know the accuracy of the map if everyone pretty much dies inside there?
I seen it with me own eyes. After the craft beached, and we were left there, we explored a fair bit before the madness took the first mate.
So you made the map?
Yes, yes. Well, I didn't make it myself, but it passed to me when the poor man died.
Okay.
Well, you may join us, or we may join you, as we make our sally forth toward Guisenel.
All right.
We leave tomorrow?
In the morning, you leave. Did you have any other business in Cromlin before we pass time?
I don't think so.
All right.
Everybody
Good
bought
night.
water?
Yeah,
Can I
everybody
try? Yeah, I paid for water. Can I try? I wanna try scrying on the person that he was mentioning that we're trying to get revenge on.
He's dead.
Yeah.
Like I said, everybody who goes to Guisenel, they die.
Then why would he want to go into? I tell him about his friend's dead, or the person that he's trying to get revenge on is dead.
Like,
No.
his
How
story.
far is he gonna go in there?
His story was that the first mate went mad, slit everybody's throat while they were sleeping, then jumped overboard to swim to Guistenel in the Silt Sea. Clearly an insane
Nice.
person.
So who's gonna wake up mad?
That is the risk. You go to Guisenel, you go crazy. Hopefully y'all are sound of mind. Wouldn't want any of you to backstab me the way that bastard did.
None of us is crazy in this group.
Aye, see to it you don't lose your mind. Rest assured, if you do stab me in the back, I'll come back to haunt you. Ha ha!
I wish I had that item that Taurus has that seems to protect him from such kind of wiles. What is it, a brooch? An amulet? Something that protects you from having your mind turned?
I guess like psionic attacks.
Mm.
I think there's such items in this world, but none of us possess one. I don't believe.
Pask is going to tell you that if you want to repair his old silt skimmer, you're gonna need materials. They are not inexpensive materials either. You'd have to get them from House Sham.
And we need that, even if we can fly above.
Well, that would be the only reward I can offer. But you'd need to repair it to get it out of there.
How much would it be to repair this?
10 gold in materials.
Do we want to pledge into this?
Well, I suppose we're going to have to, but before anyone travels with us to Guisenel with a cank packed with materials, I think we need to go ahead and do proof of concept first, that we can actually go to Guisenel and come back alive. I don't foresee any, I mean, I don't know the courage of Sham's merchants, but if they would be willing to come to Guisenel to repair this ship, or any craftsmen who would bring with as well, on the shores of a dreaded, ruin.
The
Yeah,
ship is in part of the area that is affected by Guisenel's sphere of influence.
sounds like it.
If it is, I don't. Yeah, it'd be kind of dangerous to like have people standing.
What is the
in
reward?
there trying to repair
That we
in
get the ship.
factory, yeah.
We get his silt skimmer.
Do we need a silt simmer?
Not entirely, but look, our
It's,
interests align.
It's one of many plot hooks to get you into Guisenel.
I mean,
Look,
the nice thing is having a guide with a map going in the ruins.
Right.
The only thing that I think we could do with this is head north to some of the towns that we visited before and give it away to the brigands, the pirates, or the merchants that we know.
Aren't they in tier, though?
Yeah, house.
Well,
The
we're
silt-
just south. We're just south of those other cities that we were to before, no?
Yeah, you're to the south.
Yeah,
The
so we could
silt
go up
simmer
north and give them
Oh,
that shit.
oh,
But
right. You can't go on like the desert land or the roads.
It's a long way around to take the road up there.
yeah,
House Ilon, that's what it was.
This is the
Yeah.
fastest
Maybe.
track is this little pink line that goes to the
Yeah.
right gauntlet.
yeah. If we have that ship, we can just go across and drop it. That's if we really care about that, but that'll cost us 10 gold to the group, to
Right.
make that happen.
That's not even your objective right now. That's just a thing you can
No.
do in this area.
But it's a 10 gold investment to get a what? What would a silt skimmer cost? 50?
Silt skimmer construction. Let's see here. It says that a typical silt skimmer costs between 150 and 250 gold pieces.
Oh man, we can sell that thing.
So yeah, if you sold that to a merchant house and you made a good persuasion
Profit.
roll, 250 gold at the high end is valuable.
All right, I'm investing in that.
10 gold up front and carrying the materials. Who's going to carry the materials? They're quite heavy. It's like 200 pounds worth of wood.
Taurus and I.
All right.
You carry that while
Well,
flying.
you could put someone flying. I'll get off the flying carpet and fly myself as a bat.
It's 36 miles to Guisenel.
All right. So you acquire the tools and raw materials that would be required to repair the damaged silt skimmer based on the description of the damage that your dwarven
Okay.
friend Pask is able to describe. He tells you how to fix it, what it requires, where it's at. But he says, "Take me with you. I've got the map. I can help you navigate to Eastonel, and we can kill that bastard, the caller, wherever he may be."
That's fine by me.
You may join us, and we may join you. I give
Um,
him a firm handshake. Clasp him on the arm.
Who's
and,
investing in this for the material?
I'll
I
throw some
can.
in.
Yeah.
When
Are
you
there
go to the
3 of us?
shipyard, you'll notice that they're also selling ballistas for 20 gold each.
Oh, is that cheap?
That kind of, I mean, for as high a markup as everything else is in Cromlin, that sounds pretty reasonable.
Yep.
Wait, no, 20 gold. Hold on.
Yeah.
That's
Is
200.
What's the
It's
regular
like
price
2,000
for?
ceramic pieces.
Yeah, what's the regular price for those?
I am unsure. I look in the Athasian Emporium. See if
I'm
they
gonna
got
put down
siege
what
weapons.
3.33 gold.
No,
For
no. Look, I'm putting the 10 down.
No, we're gonna split the profit. No.
Fine.
Yeah. Like, it's a group investment.
Well, there's 4 of us here. Hold on.
Yeah, but there's some that are not gonna
Fine.
respond right now. So. I'll pay 4 gold. Okay. There you go. Just make it easy.
I'll
Says
put in
here,
3 gold.
these ballista, they do 3d6 points of damage. Single bolt costs 2 silver pieces. One person can fire a ballista, but it requires 2 crew members to load one. Its rate of fire are 1 bolt every 3 rounds. Let's get those 2 rounds of reload and then fire. A single ballista takes up to 5% of a skimmer's hold.
Yeah, I don't know that we need that right now, and I'm not sure why we would be carrying those around anyways.
Well, if you did get the silt skimmer, putting some of these on it is how they defend themselves against pirates.
Right.
Well,
I'm
the
sure if you're
merchants,
selling
the
this
merchants can
skimmer-
invest in that, you know.
Yeah,
And also,
the
you might
mer-
want to get some of these ballista made to put on your airship when you bring it by.
But can't that be made somewhere else though?
Maybe.
pretty
But
sure we
this
can
this
build
place,
that in Whitney itself.
this place in particular, is a port with the construction facilities. You haven't visited too many ports with this kind of construction facility.
Maybe we come back when we have our airship.
Yeah, I
Well-
kind of feel like Tyr and Nibene need to make you know, as much as Oren hates merchant houses, he's well on his way to becoming a merchant guild master. But yeah, no, we should definitely make this a thing where
Yeah,
we
we-
kind of go east-west.
When we get the, when we get our ship, we're gonna have to come back to this place for the mission, anyways. We can stop by Cromlin, buy the ballista, and the ammunition and all that stuff.
All right.
Or else, like, already gonna get them down, to tier where we're gonna be putting the ship together.
While you're While you're here in town, you are approached by a pair of dwarves. Durex and Haltham Godan. They're brothers. They hail from the free city, or not the free. They are free citizens who hail from Rom originally, but they'll explain that they are the proud owners of Cromlin's tar mine, which is just a couple miles south of Cromlin here. And they'll tell you. They'll tell you that their tar is quite profitable. They make a sizable profit carrying tar. However, these areas around here are quite dangerous, as the Gith and the Siltstalker elves have both been causing quite a lot of trouble. And while my wares are quite valuable, if I lose them to raiders, it is worth nothing. Therefore, me and my brother, we seek to hire the most powerful adventurers we can find as caravan guards to really stick it to those raiders if they come across our caravan. So basically, he's leaving to go west, which is not the direction you're going. So this is probably not going to work out for you. But they do try to hire you.
Well, we can't help you at this moment. But how far west are you going? Are you going?
They're going all the way to Nibene. And they offer to pay 5 silver pieces per guard.
That won't be helpful for. We won't be able to help you with that.
Okay.
However, as much as the words choke in my mouth, House Ilan in Tyr may be able to help you more with that if you're going that far.
Their concern is more immediate. They'll find aid here in town somewhere. I'm sure there will be some tough people that we can hire on. You looked like the toughest, and he indicates Taurus, a towering half giant.
Yeah.
But if we can't hire you on, we'll find others. Thank you for your time.
I give them a salute and wave them on. So, this is the morning now. We are about to make our way.
You set out to the east, towards Guistanel, towards the ruins.
We're taking the supplies. We're taking Pask with us, right?
All right, Pask follows along. You've got your supplies. You travel for many hours. Chris.
Are we still able to fly in that way?
Yeah, he could go on the carpet too.
Yeah.
Chris.
Yeah.
Okay, Chris. After several hours of traveling east towards Guistanel, you hear something. You hear a call in your mind. The call says, "Find me. Find me in a cave to the north on the edge of the silt. Find me." It just echoes in your mind. It feels distant and faint.
Well, do we have a guide with us, huh?
The dwarf? He says, No, it's not that way. Nothing but silt that way. It's this way to the east.
No, we're gonna go that way.
All right. The dwarf is disgruntled, but he shrugs and follows you.
We'll go to the ruins after.
The dwarf says, You'll see. We'll hit the silt sea before long.
Oh no, I do believe that the Lord of Flame is talking to me right now. Guiding us towards a cave, I believe.
All right. You travel to the north. After not very long, it's only about a mile away, you come to the edge of the Silt Sea, and there's a bit of a plateau that's above the silt. And there seems to be a large cave in that plateau. And all around the outside of the cave, there's just bones. Bones of small creatures, bones of large creatures. There's like a half a mechalot shell over there. The dwarf holds the side of his head and says, What the hell could bite a mechalot in half?
Oh,
maybe
wow.
maybe a drake or a sandworm?
Aren't mechalots around the same size as a drake?
They are gargantuan.
Hmm.
It's like a 15 by 15 monster.
Didn't I tell you, dwarf, that there was a cave into this direction?
He shrugs. How did you know?
I told you the Lord of Flame is speaking to me.
Miraculous. You clerics.
I'm so excited.
Why are you so negative, Oren? Have we seen a beast in this world that we haven't been able to put down?
Fire Drake, you banished.
Careful
we
that you're
could
careful
have
that
killed it. We just didn't.
take heed that your confidence doesn't turn to hubris, but I will follow you, friend.
I appreciate the devotion.
Devotion. Ha!
I can't wait for this flying ship of ours.
Yes,
Have we been able to kill the silt ores that we encountered, by the way? I think there were some that like just went under the silt and we couldn't get them.
Silt horrors are the octopi or like
Yeah, with the
squid-like things,
teeth in
aren't
the
they?
ground, right?
They're hard to get
Yeah,
if they swim away.
Wasn't there one that we encountered, like in that ship?
We killed the couple because we sold the tentacles to the giants.
Oh yeah, that's right.
It's delicacy. But anyway,
Well, if we go there, we should go there with precaution, I think. Huh?
Okay, a couple questions.
let us press on.
Did you
Did you get your hero's feast today?
Well,
When would we have done that? Not recently, I guess.
I think I guess we would have, but we didn't say it. So
Well, I'm asking now.
but can we flip a coin?
Yeah, if you want to.
Yeah, I'll roll what, a d6. 1 to 3 is yes, and then 4, 5, 6 no.
How long does it last, and can we do it before we
24
enter?
24 hours. Oh yeah, we could do it. We could do it now.
We would do it as a breakfast before we head out on our journey.
Well,
We
it's
want to do
a-
it before we enter the zone of the caller's influence on the map.
Well, we're gonna do it now because there might be a creature in there.
Mm.
Okay,
Cook
but
up
that's
some
gonna
food
that's
and eat it.
gonna take away my a level 6 spell. So
So we roll 2d10 health.
yeah, 2d10. We should be healed from
6 and 7. 13.
Oh, 14. I'm gonna roll for Joe, I guess.
I imagine we healed from the rest.
All right.
Joe gets a +10.
Why is Taurus damaged?
His hit points should be more than that too.
I'm gonna roll for Taro as well.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm starting to fall asleep.
We figure it out.
Wait, you roll
I'm
for Godad?
listening, but
I'm gonna do a roll for Ringside, and he gets a +13.
I'm here. What happened?
We're
Oren, do you
rolling
need
for-
it? Do you need us to roll for you?
Nope, I just got to the table. I rolled
Okay.
and I added it, so
Okay.
I'm good.
Godab is here. I roll 13
Yes,
for him.
he's gonna log. Sounds like so we're gonna have to autopilot him.
yeah, that works.
Falling asleep,
Oh,
Joe?
what?
A little bit, yeah. I mean, I'm listening, but like I heard my name and I'm like, oh, I'm back. I'm kind of just listening to the story and I'm like,
There's half an hour to go, Joe. Try to hang in there a little bit.
that's what I'm like, yeah. That's what I'm trying to.
Okay, so you approach the cave. When you get inside the cave fills with nightmares. Everybody is immune to fear, so this doesn't phase anybody. But in the darkness of the cave, the whole place is swirling with nightmares. Terrible nightmare visions that could drive a man mad if he wasn't protected.
Do I still hear that voice?
Yes.
Is it saying the same thing?
Yeah, it repeats, "Find me! Find me!" It's more powerful now.
It's
Why?
getting
As you get
Getting
closer to
louder.
the cave, it gets louder and more insistent.
Why should we do that?
No, you don't hear it. Only Gramorn hears the call.
Your fire god wouldn't attempt to kill you, right, Grimoire?
no. I've never betrayed
I'm
my,
gonna send
my
the
lord.
air elemental to scout. Actually,
Would your elemental go mad?
No, don't do that. Let's stay as a group. There's most likely a creature in here.
Okay, so you're immediately attacked by the Nightmare Beast, a tremendous, terrifying beast. This thing
Ugly.
is huge, so it's bigger than Taurus.
And made of shadow.
It's
Does
not made of
Taurus have
shadow.
really
It is.
small-
It's like a T-Rex with elephant tusks and powerful psionics.
What? A
Being
T-Rex
sent
with
by
a
God.
tusk?
A T-Rex with tusks and powerful psionics.
Okay. I was I don't know. For some reason I imagine a T-Rex with a trunk.
with a trunk. No trunk.
What does
Just
that look like?
just like just the tusks. They're coming out of its mouth like giant teeth.
Right.
And the whole thing is covered in spikes. Big, nasty spikes. All right, so we're going to do quick combat. So everybody tell me what you're doing.
I will teleport onto the beast's back in between its spikes and be trying to ride it and stab at it.
Okay.
Uh,
You jump in, you make your attacks, you sneak attack from stealth. Long, what are you doing?
I'm going to cast Elemental Bane on me and make it weak to fire. It's a level 4 spell.
All right. Bam. Chris?
Grimoire.
I'm gonna cast a level 5 fireball and see if it's taking damage from.
All right. And Taurus.
Yeah, and immune everybody around in case. Well, everybody should be immune anyways right now with the torch.
Joe?
Joe,
Yep.
you're
He's out.
attacking this creature.
Quick combat, what do you do? Against the Nightmare
Rage.
Beast. All right. So
Rage.
2 attacks and rage, that's +3. Do you want to use any expendables?
I'll use a boom.
Oh, boom. All right. That gets you to +4.
so +4 for me, +4 for Taurus.
Oh, I have +3 for you. Are you using an expendable item too?
Yeah, I teleported.
Okay. So, what do we got? 4, 4, 4, 12, and 5, that's 17. Who's going to roll?
I roll.
You're rolling.
I'm rolling. And 24 total.
24. All right. So, a vicious battle ensues between the Nightmare Beast and the party. The party's successful, but only barely. Only barely. And in the combat, everybody sustains a certain amount of damage. It had an attack called World of Horror, which hit everybody, and it does about 30 psychic damage,
Whoa.
which is pretty heavy
Impressive.
deal.
Yeah.
That's
So,
a heavy amount of damage for a quick combat.
Oh my
What does that
god.
affect?
So there's a DC 19 charisma save
What
for
happens
half.
when
So
you roll?
so everybody make a charisma save.
You just
DC
say
19?
DC 30?
19.
Charisma save. What is that all about?
It is a DC
Right.
19 charisma save where you take 30 psychic damage. Save for half, so you can drop it to 15.
What's
I
the
can
save?
DC 19 charisma.
make this one.
All right.
Oh boy.
Will-
I only have a 1.
Ooh, I saved.
World of Horror hits Will hard.
Yes, it does.
Grimorn saves. Morg
take what,
fails.
15?
You take 15. The people that fail take 30. It's a heavy hit.
Yeah, I'm just gonna
So-
lucky my way out of this, and so I take 7.
Okay. Is that how lucky works? I thought it's just an extra dice roll.
I rolled again, and I have a +9 to the saving throw, so I succeeded.
Okay. Well, saving throws, when you succeed, it only cuts it in half, right? Unless you're
Yeah, but
already
I have
resistant.
psychic resistance.
All right, fair enough. All right, so you won the combat. The creature used its ability. I'm going to roll to see if he gets it back the next turn. Ooh, he did. Somebody might want to heal this turn rather than casting an attack spell. So round 2 of combat. The Nightmare Beast lets out a primordial roar that would terrify anybody that wasn't immune to fear.
I'm starting to believe that that dinosaur creature is what's been mind controlling the people, and the little
I didn't
skeletons that
think
we
on that
saw
one
around
either.
the hole is probably all the victims.
You think this is the caller?
Yeah.
Both of those, I'd take a full hit.
30 damage. That'll give you a headache.
I'm going to do another level 5 fireball.
Level 5 fireball. Is Taurus doing his +4 again?
Yeah.
Okay. Morg, what are you doing?
Oh, I don't know if the creature needs to do this, but for my Elemental Bane spell to actually work on them, they have to make a Constitution saving throw.
I'm just assuming it worked.
Okay.
I'm using another dice to go invisible and make my sonic knack with my blade pierce through with this hide's armor as I battle with my mind and clutch at my ears and eyes to fight these demons inside my head.
Did
Okay.
Taurus roll for the damage? Does he take their
I
30?
took damage. I took full damage. Yes.
Joe rolled a
Don't worry.
13, I think.
I'll make it. I'll
Okay.
make it.
My second one, yeah. Second one was 13.
He's at 200 now.
That was the charisma save, right?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess everybody could survive another 30 damage.
Mhm.
Well, ring sight. Well, did ring sight save?
Are we trying to kill this thing or get bypassed it?
Taro,
Kill
did you make that DC 19 charisma save? I think you would, right? He's proficient in it.
Oh, is it doing the thing again?
Taro?
We take that. We do the same thing again, Ninja.
He got his power back. He's going to use it again this turn.
Okay, here I go.
Made the save against the thing.
Oh, that's right. You reduced it to 7. Okay.
No, I
I-
failed 'cause
I
have a
save-
-1.
I saved again with a 20.
Does the monster roll or is it just flat 30 damage?
It is 10d6, and I'm just taking the average.
Oh,
Orin screams a blood-curdling scream that echoes up the walls of the cave.
Has the creature took a lot of damage so far though?
Oh yeah, you did a ton of damage in the first turn. However,
The sec-
it
what about the
has like 270 hit points.
All right. What about the second turn?
Okay, so turn to, let me get this straight. So we had, was it the same again? 17?
I don't know. Did we roll again?
Nobody's rolled yet. But it looks like the bonus was 17 again.
17.
Yeah, but okay. So somebody roll, I guess, for our damage.
Well, this is a roll to see if you win the fight.
33 this time.
Okay, so you did win the fight. So the creature gets off one more powerful psychic attack where it creates the world of horror around everybody. You will kill it by the end of that turn, but it gets it off like immediately. So everybody has to contend with the second charisma save.
So I envision this thing thrashing around with claws and teeth, but the worst claws and teeth are inside our own minds.
Right.
Flashing images and a howling loneliness.
Is this where we're already inside Guistenel's ruins?
No, you're not even close.
What?
No, but I'm thinking that might be the collar. Since we found all the corpse outside of this cave, and didn't they say that like that lady left up north of the ruins or something like that after killing all of her friends?
Yeah, everybody who is taken by Guistenel goes into Guistenel. Part of the curse draws them closer to it.
I thought we were north on the north shore of Guistenal, where the ruins
Yeah,
sink
we are.
into the silt.
You are northeast of Cromlin.
Oh, okay. After the battle, I'm gonna cast the Mass Cure Wounds to everyone, so everyone will be gaining 30 health back.
Okay, well that'll counterbalance the 30 damage that he was doing with the psychic attack.
No, actually, I have to roll it. 3d
Yeah, you can roll to resist it, and then the healing too.
48. It's not 30. Sorry, it's I gotta roll the number of heals. But it's a higher.
So we did that combat real quick in 2 turns, but that is a powerful CR-19 legendary monster. They're quite a handful in real combat.
This is taking. Stop shaking.
They get multiple legendary actions. You just happen to be immune to most of his powerful effects. Like, people that are not immune to fear get absolutely trashed by this monster. Like, he will roll through a regular army of people if they can't defend against fear.
Everybody
So is
gains.
the monster dead?
Yes.
Yes. Everybody gains 33 health in the group.
All right.
Okay.
Would like to examine it if there's any corporeal form left.
Yeah. Well, the creature is a beast. It is a physical Huge beast, not some sort of like
Well,
shadowy
wait a
otherworldly
minute.
thing.
While they do their thing, I'm gonna follow the voice.
You could even take trophies if you want. Do you want to harvest parts from the nightmare beast?
I'm gonna
Depends on
follow
what
the
it looks
voice.
like.
I described it as a T-Rex with tusks and spikes all over its body.
I'm not particularly
Wait.
interested in this creature.
I have the special, the Beastmaster Stiga Surga leather belt. I have damage resistance from beasts. Does that have anything?
He was using psychic attacks against you, so it would not have helped.
All right,
I
fine.
roll 20 to harvest its parts.
All right, 20's good enough. You get yourself some nightmare beast parts. So those would be good for making an item that is either like a fear-inducing weapon or maybe like an armor that resists fear, something fear-based. And it's got pretty good natural armor, so you can make just about any kind of armor out of it.
While they're doing that, I follow the voice.
All right. You continue deeper into the cave, ignoring the corpse of the gigantic nightmare beast. You go right to the back of the cave. Towards the back of the cave, you find the remains of what looks to be a very large skeleton. He must have been an enormous warrior in life, but all that remains is the bones. And he's clearly been sort of like eaten, so the bones are broken apart and scattered. But clutched in his hand, there is a sword.
Is the sword? Can I approach? I'm gonna approach and look at the sword.
You see a sword. The sword calls to you. It says, "Take me, hold me, wield me, use me for a glorious purpose."
I'm gonna grab the
Same
sword.
room as him.
You
So,
grab the sword. It bursts into
Grimorn
blue
is-
and orange flame.
Grimorn is driven
Are we
forward.
already done?
That was the quest. He has completed the mission.
Grimorn is driven forward.
Should I check to make sure it's not like cursed or something?
Do you want to?
Yes.
You cast detect magic. It is cursed.
Well, I was gonna use identify.
You identify it. Okay.
I won't let you.
He fends you off. Don't identify my blessed weapon.
You don't want to know what it is.
No, it will tell me.
It could burn you inside out and you wouldn't even be immune to it. It could kill you.
All right, so Grimorn, being a chaotic wielder, the weapon slightly changes shape and becomes incredibly sharp.
Ooh. Can you
Are
describe?
absol-
Can you?
Are you sure that you don't want me to make sure it's not going to kill you?
He was pretty
I'm not
decided about it, it seems.
I'm not changing my mind. Can you describe it though? Like I've read it before, but
Can you calm emotions him and then do it?
Well, an initial impression. You can tell that this is an extremely legendary weapon, and you can tell that the amount of fire on the blade would do about a d4 of fire damage.
Sounds weak.
Oh yeah,
All emotions in
that's
your face.
not the impressive part. The impressive part is how sharp it is. It became incredibly sharp when he picked it up.
and
Have
it's
some calm emotions, Mr. Fire Cleric. You need to cool off.
He's like, chillax. Suddenly you're very
Yes.
relaxed. Do you want to
you're
make the save against it?
You're casting, yeah, of course. Well, why not? What is it? What is the save on that? Is that an intel or wisdom?
Charisma,
Charisma.
I think
Double check.
it is.
All right. What's the save?
Oh,
Show me your
shit.
force of will.
All right, so Grimorn,
No,
the sword
what
is going to
what's
ask
your
you.
base
It is a charisma saving throw.
Grimorn, the sword is going to ask you, what is your purpose?
Becoming the first in command or the second in command, whatever it is, of the Lord of the Flames, of course, and kill many of this of the sorcerer kings in this world.
All right. Well, let me type this out. Kill the sorcerer kings. What was the first part?
Well, I guess becoming an elemental, a powerful elemental,
Second in command.
or
to the fire
joining
elemental.
the
Order of Flame.
Lord of Flame. Yeah.
Okay, so you want to be his right-hand man, a reliable go-to high priest.
I'm already pretty.
Far along that ladder,
Yeah, exactly.
the corporate ladder.
The sword.
Hey, did that calm emotions work?
It did.
I-
Unless he made a save against it. I
Okay.
don't know.
What is the save anyway?
You never said what the save was.
What was the save?
It's a
I don't know.
charisma
You
save.
tell
What
me
is
what's the
your
difficulty of it.
spellcasting save? Yeah, what's the DC?
No, no,
DC
no, no,
7.
no.
Huh?
What?
17.
I got 17.
Yeah.
Oh, he just made it.
17
There
charisma.
you go.
What?
He cannot keep his cool. He's too excited about this fiery blade in his
Roll
hand.
it on the table.
He's too lit.
His emotions cannot be calmed. He feels the zealous
You're
presence of the
ridiculous. You're
Lord.
ridiculous, Chris.
The Lord of the
What?
Flames is in his heart.
That's ridiculous.
Cast it harder.
If you don't leave me alone, I'm going to identify it by trying it on you,
Yeah.
ringside.
That's not going to tell you what the
Mid-sentence.
curse is.
Except this time, I'm going to raise the DC by 2.
Oh.
Roll it on the table.
You really want to do this?
Yes.
He's not stealing the sword from you.
Even if I calm down, doesn't mean that I'm gonna say yes, so that's okay.
It may significantly increase the chances.
So, Grimorn,
Uh,
the sword is going to give you a dire warning. It's going to tell you,
my phone. Yeah.
if you cannot live up to your great purpose, give me away to someone who will. This is your final warning. Once you have decided, you can never turn back.
I'll never change my mind on my convictions.
All right. He's
Stop
basically
making
saying
deals with powerful cursed artifacts for like 5 minutes.
he's basically saying by the time you become attuned, it will be locked in.
Oh,
I
no, what
accept the
happens if you
mission.
don't kill all of the sorcerer
Stop,
kings
you don't
and
know what
become
that
the right-hand
means.
Man of the fire elemental. What's gonna happen to you
You-
if you fail?
You actually don't know what you're doing. Stop.
It's already done.
No, it's already done.
Oh well, he
You
has
have
to
to-
wait
Yeah,
like
this,
what, like 8 hours or something a day.
It's 24 hours.
24 hours to
Oh,
attune,
that's
so he has until then to give the sword to somebody else.
Just let us look at it before you get locked in.
Look, the dude's gotta sleep at some point. You can go ahead and identify it while he's sleeping, right?
I want to hold the sword.
I truly believe that the Lord of Flame sent it to me.
Right.
You truly believe that I'm gonna let you do whatever you want with it?
Jeez, man, I just want to hold it. I didn't want to take it.
Oh, yeah, Mr. Hammer.
So meanwhile, in Grimorn's mind, the sword is
I don't even like swords like that.
The
I just
sword
like
is,
straight weapons.
very talkative, Grimorn. Like it's in your head. Like it doesn't shut up. It's always saying stuff. Like if you're unmotivated, it'll encourage you to continue your quest. If you're not doing anything, it'll let you know, hey, could you be doing something to continue your quest right now? When-
You got yourself a spouse sword, you fool.
Hey, are you still watching?
When you have options, the sword will chime in and encourage you to do the thing that is most in line with your great and glorious fixated purpose.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you're negotiating with Nibene. Kill him.
That just sounds like me.
Did the new calm emotion succeed?
DC 19 on the table.
Yeah,
Roll
it
it
did
yet?
succeed, but
Okay,
you know, I'm
he's
kind
very
of a
calm.
I'm a kind of a chaotic.
But you know what
fanatic,
though?
so-
I kind of feel like this could be DM fiat and just say, look, the sword helps him overcome it. I don't know.
I was gonna say the funny part is that he's already calm.
Actually,
Right.
kinda.
Yeah.
I wanted
What
you
do
to
you mean?
roll.
This
But
is
I-
me
I'm
I
calm.
take
You're
it-
just not
I take
taking
it
my
back.
sword.
I take
Right.
it back. You're not rash. You're just a fool.
Hey, Chris, what's your strength?
27.
What?
No.
What?
Strength.
What the
Yeah.
fuck?
Mm-hmm.
We
Oh
both
my
got
God.
overpowered
What?
giant belts.
Yeah.
Giant belts of storm giant strength.
Wait,
I
so
got
are
a
you really gonna
30.
be a melee fighter now?
I'm a paladin.
What?
Basically.
Okay, so in your hands, if you're strong enough, this weapon is considered light, opportunistic, and has the parry property.
Ooh.
Nice. Now I
Becoming
wanna.
more dangerous by the day.
Now I wanna try to wield it too.
Chris,
What
you
are
can
you
also
talking
tell
of?
that the sword is made of fire drake materials. Like the handle is fire drake leather, the
Oh,
pommel
for
is
Christ's
fire
sake,
drake
not again.
bone.
Not again.
It matches my my full plate armor, huh?
Seems to, yeah.
It matches my armor too.
High five.
Okay.
Level 14 or 13.
I want everybody to roll a perception check.
Oh,
I got a natural 20. Is that,
Natural 20.
Do I
You
need to roll?
mine.
Or?
I got a +3.
I don't think I
Level
can
are
do
we
better
right
than
now?
that.
Oh, it's a freaking 6.
Do you want me to roll anyways, Ninja?
Oh, mine's bad. 12.
17.
Someone roll mine. I got a +3.
Oh, really?
You-
Uh,
If you roll
14,
really bad,
Joe.
it just uses your natural perception, right?
I get 21.
Okay, so Grimorn, at the cave entrance, a couple of shadowy figures have entered the cave, and they're going to draw bows on the party and attack. It was a sneak attack, an ambush.
Find us.
Assassins!
I can't be surprised.
Oh,
Okay, so only Taurus and Grimorn get to add anything to this round of combat.
I'll do my.
Are you rolling initiative?
No, there's no initiative. It's quick combat.
This real quick
Oh.
combat. Yeah,
fireball.
I'll throw. Go ahead. Come on.
I'm gonna do a fireball level 4.
All right, +4. Taurus,
I'll rage and do my 2 attacks, so it's 3. And I'll do the booming.
all right, +8. Who's
Yeah.
rolling it?
Go
You
ahead,
forgot
Warren.
+4 for me.
Nope, nope.
I'll use it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
you're,
right. I don't get a roll. That's right.
+8, right? That's all.
Surprise round, sorry.
Surprise round.
15.
15. All right, you beat them by 3. All right, so the assassins pop up out of the shadows. They fire off a couple of envenomed arrows. They narrowly miss hitting their mark and hit the wall behind. Where the arrows strike the wall, the stone just melts.
It's
Hmm.
acid.
It does a tremendous amount of acid damage on impact with the wall. Like it's as if a disintegration spell just hit that wall and a 5x5 chunk of the wall just melted away.
Whoa.
You want those arrows.
The assassins, now that you get a good look at them, hang on. Let me spawn in a couple objects here.
Because they look githy.
No, they do not.
They look like they're charred. They've been burned to a crisp.
They are draconic. They have the heads of dragons and scaled bodies.
Can we?
Oh, we've never
Yes,
seen
armor.
anything like that.
Except for in the northwest by the Dragon's Crown Mountains. What are they called? The
They-
guy, the
Do they
prisoner
look
we saved.
different from? Do they look different from ringside?
Okay, so at the cave entrance, there are these two archers. This one and this one. And they appear out of nowhere, and they fire their envenomed arrows. Now, standing a little behind them and outside of the cave, there's a group. There's a bunch more of them, right? And one of them is going to pull out a rod of some kind, and it's going to open a gateway, and these ones are going to step through the gateway and disappear, leaving these other two behind to fight you.
That's weird.
That's not very nice of your friends.
Yeah.
They just left you to die.
They just let you there to die? What?
They see how powerful you are. You defeated the Nightmare Beast. They're attempting to kill you by an ambush, but they don't know if they can. So the ones that were outside, they're going to report what just happened. These ones are
These
still
guys
trying to
look
kill
like-
you, though. Here, I'll drop it into the Discord so you can look. These are the archers here. They are draconic. They look exactly like this.
Pretty cool. looking.
Initiative rolled, and I just didn't notice.
No initiative was rolled. They made a surprise attack as soon as it looked like the Nightmare Beast was defeated. Well, not exactly then. They attacked when Grimorn picked up the sword. That was the real instigating thing that caused them to make an attempt at your life.
I'm just a helpless scholar.
Okay, so now we're going into the real round of combat where everybody can participate. So the two assassins, they again make their attacks. Ooh. Alright. So, what does the party throw at them?
+4 from me as I teleport behind them to slap them with a invisible, not invisible. Well, yeah, invisible
Alright.
magic sword.
How far away are they?
They're at the cave entrance. It's not that far. 90 feet.
Okay, never mind. I can't polymorph one of them. I don't have any combat spells. I guess I'll just level 3 call lightning them.
Okay. Grimoire.
Level 4 fireball.
Big boom. Taurus.
Just my basic +3.
+3. Alright, so we got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 14. Somebody roll with a +14.
Doing it.
We'll use a sending
25.
spell
45.
and tell them that we don't want to kill them, and they should probably surrender before they do anyway.
They put up a fight, but they lose badly to the party. So, how does this go? Are you delivering fatal blows, or are you going to try to take a prisoner?
I confiscate their envenomed arrows. If they have
Well,
any
I
left.
already said I was killing the one.
Alright.
You guys can save the other one if you want.
We'll establish telepathic content and figure out what the frick he's doing.
Oh, he's unconscious. He was defeated. He's going to be unconscious for 2 hours now.
Hey, Mr. Priest, could you priest this guy up some?
You want me to heal this creature that attacked us?
He was in the temple of your beloved fire. Maybe he's just misguided.
What color skill did he have?
Bluish.
Most likely water.
No, it's blue fire, like your sword.
Well, technically, blue dragons breathe lightning.
Oh, so they're air.
Oh, what are
Let's
they doing
just
with
ask.
acid?
What do you want to ask these creatures?
Do I rummage on them? Do I find any more extra acid arrows?
They have quivers of arrows. They look very fancy. They haven't been identified yet.
I would like
No,
to know
awesome.
why they tried murderizing us for no reason.
Was it bound before we bring this creature back?
Not yet. Okay, so you want to tie it up, you want to heal it, and then you want to interrogate it, right? Is that what I'm getting here?
Yeah, it's not heal.
Wait, take their equipment first.
Okay, you take away what little gear he has.
And the dead.
You notice that the armor that he's wearing bears a symbol.
What is it?
It is a dragon symbol. It is a crimson sphere that has a dragon's head on it. Like a black dragon's head.
Hmm.
In addition to that, they have a very fine bow. They have a long sword. And some like leather kind of clothing that fits over this dragon-like body. It's like not human clothing. It's more adapted for their body style with the tail and everything.
So, once he's awake, I'd like to ask, just like, well, why did you attack us? And don't lie to me, because I'll know.
All right. He's going to hiss at you, and he is going to say that the Lord has commanded that any who touch the blade must
Let me
die.
just stop you right there. Who's that? Who's the Lord?
Lord Dragoth.
And who is he?
He is our god and creator.
And is this his temple?
No.
It was Dragoth.
Okay. Well, I'm
Is he-
telepathing with him. I don't know if he speaks common.
Oh. Can you ask him if it's one of the sorcerer kings?
Is that a sorcerer king?
He doesn't know what you're talking about. He is Lord Dragoth, the great and powerful. He is the creator. You are but creatures that dwell upon the earth until he cleanses you from the land.
What did he create?
He created us.
And what are you?
We are the people. We are the Dre.
Okay, and what do you do?
He is a Templar of Dragoth, the powerful.
Are you repeating that to us?
What are the dictates of Dragoth? What's his holy law?
He has commanded that any who touch the blade must die. It is our holy duty to protect it from all who would take it.
I mean, like, overall.
He thinks about it for a second and he says, I suppose the Lord's plan is to spread the Dre across the land and replace the lesser races.
You are boring me with every second you continue to speak. I'm regretting saving you.
The Lord will cleanse you unclean mammals from the world. Draconic kind will rule the planet.
See, that was a more interesting sentence. Why are you guys... Why should you guys be in charge?
For we are superior. Look
How?
upon my glorious body made in the image of the Lord Dragoth.
Looks pretty lame to me.
So as a second generation Dre, he actually has a body very similar to a Sorcerer King, although not nearly as big. It's as if a regular person went through the Sorcerer King transformation without any of the powers.
You know, on further inspection, actually, you know what, I take it back. You're not boring. I'll give you that.
Oh, this thing is wild. You've never seen anything like it. This is a completely alien, unknown species.
Not even like the.
I mean, they're not like cousins of Ringside.
Nope.
He's scaly.
He's more like a pterodactyl. These things are straight up dragons.
Oh, it was a Terran that we saved. Pateran.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
was the prisoner over with Pack the Thinkmaker.
Yeah.
To clarify, does he even know what a Sorcerer King means?
No, they lead very sheltered lives.
Like, mind projected him for a bit?
Oh, yeah? You gonna show him things about the wider world?
Yeah,
What,
like
like the-
images of powerful Sorcerer Kings and other weird stuff like that. See if the dragon thing rings a bell in him. If it's reminiscent.
Yeah, he doesn't know anything about it.
Hmm.
They lead very sheltered lives, and his only mission has been to camp out here and make sure that nobody gets the sword.
Why?
Well, you failed.
It's forbidden. His god told him nobody should ever have this weapon.
Why?
Yeah. If God tells you, do you ask why?
Yes.
I would.
Well, he does not question his God. His Lord Dragos' word is law. He would jump off a cliff into a pit of lava if commanded to do so.
You know, it's funny you should mention that. We do have a spare portal to the fire dimension that needs testing.
The Dre are the cultiest of cults. They are given a very limited amount of information where they come from.
I'm gonna do something. I'm very tempted to just chop off his head immediately because every second he speaks is nails in my brain.
Oh,
We
yeah.
are the superior
They're-
master race.
They're vile. They're vile, and they've been taught from birth to hate everybody that isn't a Dre.
So I'm just gonna spend the next 5 minutes or so blasting his brain with imagery across the world.
Okay.
And how small his world has been up till now, and see what happens.
All right. Well, you show him many things, but he just hisses that he'll escape and he'll kill all of you.
Do you want to be stabbed?
He's a zealot. His mission is to kill you.
Ringside, how goes the interrogation in your head?
You guys couldn't hear any of that. He says he's the master. He's part of the master race of the dragons, which I think is a specific type of sorcerer king thing, and they're a superior master race, and he'd blindly jump off a cliff if it would serve his master's aims. And he'll kill us all and escape and take over the world, and all the world be Dre, and it's just a bunch of nonsense, really.
No, this is a
Master
really,
race. We
really
killed
big
both of them
deal.
when they had a surprise attack on us. What is he talking about?
So the context here is that you have discovered a here until now unknown sorcerer king.
Yeah, it is very it is telling and bad implications, but yeah, he's kind of just a nuisance in my opinion. In
Wait,
terms
did you
of like,
did you mention he was gonna kill us if he escapes?
yeah, he is very adamant about this. I showed him like 20 different pictures from across the world, and yeah, he just feels like murdering us all for in the name of his lord.
Did we heal him at all, or did we just wait until he woke up in 2 hours?
We healed him a bit,
How much did we heal him?
just a tiny bit.
Okay, I'm going to just use a cantrip and use primal savagery to grow claws and do 3d10 acid damage to him.
Okay,
Hold
you
on, now I'm
finish
not
him
done
off.
yet.
Whack!
Wait, hang on, I wasn't done.
His long, sinewy neck flops about as he roars and dies. He has a fairly tough hide. His draconic lizard scales make him a fairly naturally armored person.
I melted.
This is-
Your claws acid cuts through, but it was tough getting through his hide.
Are there a specific type of dragon scale, like fire or whatever?
Yeah, they are dragonborn of the blue dragon lineage, straight out of the 5e book.
So lightning then.
Yep.
Is there?
They do have a lightning breath weapon.
I would like to take. Wait, does that mean I can harvest that?
Like a lightning gland? Yeah, probably.
I will ask our resident nature person to help me.
I assist you.
Yeah,
I give
can-
you guidance. And I will also roll.
I'll help you out. Nature?
Yep.
Survival?
Survival.
Well, you get it automatic. I have a 10 base.
Yeah.
Yep. You get
20.
my assist.
And you get a d4?
So here you've discovered a new faction. Somewhere in this Guistanel region, there is a hidden sorcerer king who's raising an army of dragonborn in order to conquer the world. They've been working in secret, very secretively, but it was of most importance that nobody get this magic sword from this cave here. and they were set to protect it, or if they couldn't protect it, to report that it had been claimed by some hero. And so now those other
Right.
Dre,
Well,
those other Dre have teleported to their master to report that somebody has claimed the great and powerful Scorcher Sword.
Ringside, do you still have your detect magic working after you looking at the fire sword?
I didn't get to look at the freaking fire sword. Well, I'm not sure if I did. I don't know if I was allowed.
No, not identified. I thought you were using detect magic, were you not?
Oh, I
Last
wanted to identify it.
Yeah, okay. I thought you used
But,
detect magic first to see if it was cursed, like the color of the magic.
Do you want me to use detect magic on something?
Ninja said that these like creatures' bows looked fancy and the quiver looked fancy.
Detect magic activate.
Okay. All of
Form
their arrows are magic. I
We
think
should
the
take
bows are magic too.
We should take them. They melt walls. Like disintegration.
That's all very well and good, but it is currently 12:05, and this seems like a kind of revelation to stop on.
Yeah, that is a good cutoff point. Thanks for watching out there in Twitch land. Hope you all enjoyed it.
New dragon people!
Yeah, this is a big important plot point.
them!
And this connects into a whole big quest, so when you're making your selection on which quest to do, this will be an important part of deciding which of the multiple quests you have access to next you want to do. So you've got that one that's out west of Alteruk, where a mysterious forest has appeared that seems to be attracting people like a siren. You've got the ruins of Guistenel, where various people have gone missing, and where you could possibly help this dwarf recover the silt skimmer and kill the monster. There's the Black Spine Mountains, if you wanted to investigate the Gith and what's going on with the massive number of Gith in the region. Balak is on the move. We didn't get to it, Will, but next week we need to do Orin's entire Alteruk thing, because that's going to happen during the downtime before we actually get to one of these quests, as part of like the year of downtime. And we've got a bunch of things to do specifically with Alteruk, because Balak, like Androponus, has been mobilizing his armies, and he has a grudge with Tyr. So this is a major situation that he has moved his armies up the coast all the way to Alteruk.
Oh.
And they are staging large-scale military positioning that potentially could threaten Tyr. So that all takes place when Orin goes back to his little hometown to investigate. And we really need to cover that next week.
What's up with Balak? What the fuck does he want?
So Balak is based on Greece or Rome. Androponus is the dictator of the place. He's been in charge of it. He was elected, but he's immortal, so he's been in charge of it for hundreds and hundreds of years. Nobody even is alive anymore that remembers voting for him. But he always says, well, they voted. And so he is the eternal ruler, and he's kind of a bastard. And he's got a grudge against Tyr because they owe thousands of bodies. They're not paying their slave tax to the great Lord Boris.
Yeah, screw that motherfucker.
So his armies are coming to collect their 1,000 bodies from Tyr.
It's all going to Lord of the Flames, man.
Right? Well, that's another situation that Tyr's going to have to deal with, just like they dealt with Hamanu coming to attack the mines. Although in this case he might just stop at 1,000. Like if he can grab enough of your farmers and caravans on the roads, he might not even have to lay siege to your town. He could just pick you off from a distance with his armies. So that could be a problem in the region.
If we beat them, though.
Yeah, that might make Androponus a major target, since he's making moves against Tyr.
Well,
Well,
go to his town and save his town from his terrific leader.
yeah, that could be interesting. I don't think there's an adventure for Balak. Balak is, as far as I can tell, kind of left open-ended, so that would be up to me to just make it up as we go. But just like all the other Sorcerer Kings, he's very, very powerful. And there's a little bit of info in the book and in the internet, so I can probably get a certain amount of stuff about Balak. Enough to work with. Alright, I'm going to end the stream there.